Alright. On to chapter 5. And here we go.
My adorable mono cubs.
I'm wanting the mono cubs he never cared about.
Little monotaro, little mono funny, little monodum, and the
Monokid and Monosuke, screw you. I never cared about you guys.
oh, why did you have to die?
No, they're very replaceable. They're robots. They're robots, though.
My grief is piling up like freshly fallen snow. I told them, make the most of your life, 'cause you only get one shot at it. And once it's over, nothing can replace it. Oh, why did they take their lives for granted?
Well, Monokid killed the first two. Oh, no, not Monokid. Monodam killed the first two and himself. And then just circumstance for Monotaro Monofanny.
If only they cared
This is
about
weird.
their lives, they would have worked harder to earn my love.
Otherwise, I never loved them.
It's all their fault.
Yep.
That stuff always happens to kids whose parents don't love them.
And you're gonna blame the kids for that.
Right. Why did those kids even exist?
Ugh.
What's an irreplaceable life anyway?
Can I quit?
No.
But before you fling me, just tell me what quit means.
Oh my god. The Voyage without passion or purpose. Chapter 5. My god. What was all that? The morning after Gonta was declared the Blackened, we gather at the dining hall as always, and we get to see how low the numbers are. And yep, this is everyone. Except Kokichi, who is probably off doing his own thing again. As always? No, how could that be with everything that happened yesterday? Mew, Gonta, and then did you even see the Kokichi part where he just left and had his own plan? I'm pretty sure that happened just extra. I don't think Shuichi would have been witness to that. Even in such a dark time, one of us was still bright, trying to cheer us all up. Yep, Kaito. Jeez, don't be stupid, guys. There's no way I die, you know.
Kaito Mimosa, luminary of the stars.
Are you really okay?
Got it.
I'm telling you, I'm just fine. I wasn't feeling great yesterday, but after a good night's sleep, I'm all better.
Huh.
I'm 100% better now. But there's no way you'd get better so quickly after coughing up that much blood.
Ah.
I told you, didn't I? I just coughed too much and cut my throat a little, that's all. Are you sure you're not pushing yourself too hard or something from a chronic illness?
Idiot.
Don't be stupid. If I had a chronic illness, I wouldn't stand a chance in astronaut training. Seriously, you guys are worrying too much. Just because you all love me and can't help your... Of course we'd be worried.
My bad.
My bad. But I'm serious. You don't need to worry about me anymore. I told you guys I wasn't feeling well. I made you guys worry for nothing.
Come on, man.
Okay, don't glare at me like that. If I do start to feel bad again, I'll have you guys help me, okay? Now that's out of the way, let's eat. Yeah, come on guys, let's all eat. Pittsburgh cheerily then left to get his meal. Is there really nothing wrong? What I saw you say, how can I act like nothing's wrong? Despite Kaito's remarks, he should probably receive medical attention just in case. Now we've got another reason why we need to get out of here.
Okay.
And on top of that, we need to do it fast. Escaping is all well and good, but what does the outside look like? We still don't know what the secret of the outside world is either. I don't even think I actually gave Himiko a proper voice till now. So, I guess I figured one out. Mainly because I rewatched my whole chapter 1 3 times, and I guess the voice just came to me. Gonta wouldn't tell us what it was because it'd give us so much to spare we'd want to die.
What was that?
If that's true, then what could possibly be happening outside this academy? Kaito returns to the table, his hands full of food.
I mean,
We can't figure that out just thinking about it, so there's no point wasting your brain power. But we can't simply not think about...
no.
Sure, there's a chance the outside world is messed up because of Monokuma. But making us worry about it is what Monokuma wants. He's using it to put pressure on us. Kokichi and Gonta just snapped under the pressure. The outside world's probably fine. You're such an optometrist, really? Can you prescribe some rose-colored glasses for me, too? Oh, she actually did mean optometrist, okay. I thought she was just saying some weird shit. I think you mean optimist. No, she said optometrist. She even asked for a prescription on glasses.
But you know,
Either way, that's something to think about once we get outside, so focus on that for now. Or on that now.
Shuichi.
As detective, what are your thoughts on the Shuichi?
okay.
I've considered a few theories, but I can't say for sure.
You're right.
Well, that's understandable. There are barely any clues. Since the instant yesterday, Kaito won't look me in the eyes. He must still be angry. I had no choice. I had no other options. My deduction wasn't wrong. If I hadn't identified Gonta as the culprit, we'd all be dead. For the rest of us to survive, Gonta had to be sacrificed. There's nothing I could do.
Hey, so
I was talking about how to escape, but where'd he go? Kokichi.
Huh?
Huh? The instant Kaito spoke his name, a nervous energy shot through us.
No.
I haven't seen him. Even if I did, I'd be the one running away. I haven't seen him either. It's like he has completely vanished. He's apparently really good at hide and seek. So he's probably just hiding somewhere. We can't just let that person be. We can't just let that person be. He's a little dangerous. No, not just a little, because he enjoys watching us suffer. His face just screams that he's having fun whenever he sees us suffer. He's not normal. There's obviously something wrong with him.
How annoying.
If we weren't in this killing game, I would have assassinated him already. Ironic. The rules of the game actually make it harder to kill.
hey,
Makiro, that's not good. Playing this killing game is just what Monokuma wants us to do. I know.
Yeah?
Yeah, is Makiro a nickname for Maki? That's a good nickname. Why am I giving her Angie's voice? Makes me want to take a bite out of her with soy sauce and spicy mustard. Right, Makiro? No?
Sorry.
Sorry. I guess I don't know how close we are just yet. Hey, if we don't do anything, we'll be killed by Kokichi next. I bet even now he's hiding somewhere and plotting against us.
No.
No, actually, we're safe right now. Kokichi told us that his objective was to win the killing game. He wouldn't risk a murder that would so obviously implicate him. But he might be planning to make us suffer some other way, like how he used Gonta. Anyway, we need to find him as soon as... Monokuma! Here I am! We weren't looking for... You weren't... Damn it. We weren't looking for you. Yeah! Monokuma! Wait, why am I trying to make Hima call Monokuma's voices? Yeah! Monokuma!
Why?
What are you doing here? I've got business with you guys, of course. It's our prize, right? Hurry up and give it to us. Can do! You're being awfully compliant. Of course, I can't refuse you off. Not when I'm all loaded out and hungry. now you're scared of us? Outnumbered?
Well,
But I'm used to being alone. Back in the day, I was alone from start to finish. Yes. Anyway, here's your prize this time. 2 keys.
you get 2 keys. This one is the last real key, and this one is the real last key.
What? The last real key and the real last key. Oh, okay, I get it. Like, this is the final real key, and then this is your actual final key. If you understand.
Well, what's the difference?
Now then,
Now then, go find the areas that these keys will unlock.
bye-bye.
See you later. Sayonara.
What should we do?
So what should we do about this new area? I think we should prioritize searching for the new area over searching for Kokichi. It likely contains a flashback line. We may discover some new facts.
Why you?
So you're saying humans are low priority? Typical for a bloodless, tearless machine man. I'm not sure we're close enough for you to be making jokes like that. What do you want to do, Kaito? I'm worried about Kokichi, but there's no point worrying about him all the time. Alright, our first priority is to solve the mystery of this academy. Let's investigate. Alright, I'll hold on to that. Oh, that's right. Without meeting my eyes, Kaito placed the key into my palm. Kaito, Shuichi, what's the matter? You both seem different today. Read the mood, Kibo. It's fine. Let's go already. So let me begin our search. I guess now I know why Kaito isn't available. He's pissed at me. Anyways, I want to see if I could just go to the casino real quick. First, I can also look at the map. Oh yeah, I can finally open that fucking door. Either way, I have things I want to do and see if I can actually go ahead and do them. I don't have to wait till free time all the time, you know. And there's one at the courtyard too. Once I can finally open that one door I've been so nervous and so curious about. Damn it! Oh, is he? I wonder if he... He's really gone. The place really feels mechanical now. Looks like construction's almost done. But what happens then? Ultimate Academy, the likes of which we've never seen before. Will we ever find out what that means? Can I continue? Can I please go to the casino? I want to go to the casino. My thumb keeps tapping the table. Damn it! Why does that have to happen every time? Huh, fine. You know, let's save that door for last. So we're Kibo and Tsumugi. Where they're standing is likely where the... Oh. You were not there. Either way, what do you gotta say? I don't know where to look. But we've only got two last keys. We got two last keys. This would have been better off with a thief's key and a magic key. Huh? Why is that? Well, don't worry about it. I was just talking to myself. But how many times has this happened now? What do you mean? Class trial ends, we get Monogama's prize, and then we search for a new area. You know, the same flow over and over. And the fact that all the murders keep happening in the areas we discover. I should have thought maybe it'd be better if we didn't find anything. But to solve the mystery of this academy, we're going to have to use the flashback lights to remember the truth. Of course, I know we have to do that too. Alright, I'm just going to stop worrying about it. We need to look for Gonto and everyone else and escape this place. Yeah, that's right. Alright, then I'll look around the school and I'll let you know if I find anything. Oh, she's off. Was this always here? I don't think it was. I think that's definitely one of the places. There are many doors that could be opened with the key Monokuma gave us, correct? There's a door in that wall. Perhaps we can get in. Something next to the door that seems to resemble a keyhole. Looks like a door, but I don't think I can open this with my bare hands. This isn't the door. Unless it is, but the key is somewhere else. So what door is Kibo talking about? Oh wait, here. The last real key, no, we're gonna use the real last key. Rambo, 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 Rambo. A sound. Was it the giant door unlocking? Say thick metal door. Cyber courtyard. What is this place? It's like I'm on the set of a sci-fi movie. A mecha could pop out in any minute. It took every ounce of my strength to hold in what I want to say. I have no idea what you would want to say. Door. Alright then. Monitoring video this. Perhaps I'll never get used to these after all. Oh, nice. This is different from the other places we've seen so far. This maze-like hallway. Perhaps it's to the bend the building that leads to? Okay. What's here? Is there gonna be a mini Monokuma here somewhere? Maybe I missed a bouncy crap here. It's just an empty hallway. What is this? The shutter is huge. It seems to be well fortified. This is an electric barrier. We can't raise the shutter while it's active.
Hey.
They're protecting it strongly. There must be some secrets in there.
Yes.
That's a possibility. Let's investigate and see if we can get in. Wait, it's dangerous. Don't. Before I can finish my warnings, Kibo approached the shutter and. Oh, what is this? Kibo, get away from. Monokuma! Oh my! Don't you go setting off the alarm now? Come on, out of the way so I can turn off that alarm! Geez, you guys gotta be more careful! Careful, what was that alarm for? It was so loud! Oh, that's the alarm system! Is that motion sensor alarm above the shutter? Now to turn it off, you need to use an alarm remote. A super loud alarm will play if you approach the shutter without turning off the system.
Why?
Why is there an alarm system here of all places? This thing's so important that it needs beefed up security. I guess while I'm here, I'll also explain that electric barrier. To turn it off, you gotta enter a 59-digit code in the control panel next to the shutter. I'll tell you what the code is, but only once to make sure you memorize it. 5039348578573629405692858 1103795395939002929287841. So on. Of course you have to throw in Leon in there. Don't let that into that 11037. You definitely did on purpose, son of a bitch. Let me actually try reading it now. 50393485783629405692858 11037959390029298778848.
Hey!
Wait, slow down please! 503, what was the rest? Only 3 numbers? Come on, Robot, I know you can do better than that! Electric barrier and an alarm system. It's pretty tight security.
Why?
Why are they guarding so closely? What could be in there? Like I said, this is a very important place! Well, it used to be important, but that was a long time ago. Now it's just pointless. Pointless? Yep, it's pointless. Somebody's gonna give you guys the alarm remote. You can use it to turn off the motion sensor alarm but the shutter. Beep beep. Hey, beep beep blow. See, it turned off the alarm system, didn't it? Yes. I have a pop in front of my screen now, so I can't really see much. Hold up, I'll be right back. I was really hoping I wouldn't have to do that, but... Now just use the control panel to deactivate the electric barrier, and you can go inside. Can you repeat the code you mentioned earlier? Oh no, this is your first visit. I'll let you inside just this once. So I'm on the control panel and quickly punching the numbers in. Okay, now you just gotta manually raise the shutter and you can go inside. You don't have to use the control panel inside to restore the alarm system and electric barrier. Or just use the control panel out here. I do nothing. Use the barrier and alarm, and the barrier and alarm will stay off.
Now then.
Well then, safe travels. He just led us into this highly secured area. What's this game?
Shuichi!
Danganronpa. Danganronpa V3. Let's go, Shuichi. We have no other direction to move but forward. My inner voice is telling me, hope moves forward.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. Hope keeps on going. Ah, over there, it's... an exosoul?
No!
All 5 of them are here. It's too dangerous. Let's run. Wait a second. They're moving. They're not reacting to us, and the lights are off.
That's right.
And now that you mention it, you're right. I wonder what's going on. I'm back! Surprise! There's actually the exosoul hanger. Yep, this is where the exosouls are stored. Facility for storing exosouls. This is where I was guiding the precious exos so no one would mess with them. Ah, my nose. But, it's pointless now. So because the monikers are gone, no one can control the exosouls anymore? What? No one can control them anymore? Am I wrong? Oh no, don't worry about my reaction just now. Now someone over-the-top reaction would put you guys on the defensive.
Do not mock me!
What does that mean? No, this will work. You may be a machine, but you're not a demon model. The deactivated exosouls. Is this hanger pointless now that the monikers are gone? That's true. Is nothing threatening us anymore? This is a huge, powerful machine.
That's...
Now, Jog Press is probably used to scrap decommissioned exosouls.
Huh?
Scrap them?
Yeah.
Yes, even the exos cannot withstand being crushed by a giant metal slab.
You're right.
True.
By the way...
Also, it seems you can control the hydraulic pressure in the control panel over there. There's an up and down button as well as an emergency stop button. There's a safety note written here. The hydraulic press has an infrared sensor when it detects a living being. The drug says it uses an infrared sensor. For safety reasons, the device will come to a halt when the sensor detects a living organism. The automatically stops for safety reasons.
That's true.
Someone accidentally ended up in the press, the machine would stop. What do you think, Shuichi?
Huh?
On the safety function, I don't know.
Well then.
Let's give it a try. Try what? As I sit there confused, Kibo suddenly got under the press.
Shuichi, please. Please what? If the press comes to a stop when it detects a person, what will happen if it detects me? Let's find out.
Are you sure about that? I don't know if the sensor will work.
Don't worry. If I sense any danger, I'll move out of the way. I just really want to try it out. If I don't, I'll never be able to rest in peace when I die.
Rest in peace. He's not going to change his mind about this.
Okay, let's do it. But get out of there if it's dangerous, okay?
Certainly. Now, if you would be so kind, start it up.
Convinced by Kibo's enthusiasm, I pressed the button. And then... there you go.
Oh no!
That was a close one.
Wait!
Yes, it was! Why'd you do that? Why'd you press the force stop button, Shuichi? It's not my fault. But at least we know now.
Unfortunately.
Seems I'm only perceived as a machine, not a human.
For now.
Well, it's that jog press, that is. Ah, yeah. I guess you guys, you don't have vitals. Washing machine. I got another pop-up for updating one of my apps. And I like how one of the reminder features is, remind me in the next century. Oh, I guess I can finally restore function here. So I'm gonna do that real quick. Give me a sec. I guess not. At least make sure it's still recording. I didn't mean it. Sorry. Great, can't get my mouse back. Looks like a car wash. Is it for cleaning the exosols? This seems comfortable. Comfortable, huh? Well, I guess I have control of my mouse now. Try something. Right in with the controller of the mouse. Whatever. I'm gonna check something out real quick, so hold up. Sorry, I had to make sure of something, so let's just continue. What is this door? Let me go inside. The exosol hanger bathroom. It's very futuristic. This is a bathroom, but it doesn't look like it's been used in a long time. I suppose that makes sense. I'm sure I'm the first person to be here in a while. Monica and Monica certainly don't need to use the bathroom. But then, why is there a bathroom here in the first place? They were under the impression we would never be here. Why make a bathroom? Does that mean I was wrong? Well, there's nothing that concerns me here, so I'll go back. But each coated with a color. So obviously this is Mana Fannies. All 5 exos are being stored here right now. They aren't moving at all. Are the exos not going to move anymore? Are they no longer going to be used against us? Blue, this is Mana Kid. I guess that's it. Monotaro, Monosuke, and Monodam. Any final thoughts, Kibo? I always suspect that I'm perceived as just a machine. But it is rather horrifying to have the suspicion confirmed before my eyes.
100%.
Or maybe just a machine that's pressed, but I'm sure other tests will confirm my humanity. You don't have vitals though. I think that's why I can't confirm you. Of course there's still more. Oh, it's a separate painting machine. The huge machine has several moving arms. What's it used for? She's probably used to painting the exosols.
You're right.
Ah, right. It does kind of smell like paint thinner. Means I potentially use this machine to give myself a makeover.
No.
I don't think you need a makeover. You're just great. You're great just the way you are, Kibo.
Yeah.
Well, of course I am. Then why break it up? I investigated everything here. It's definitely a hangar for the exos, but they are deactivated. I think I might be right. The place no longer has any purpose. Okay, I really thought there was a door here. There's a window. Yeah, it's occurred to me. Did we ever find Kaito's lab? Is that what's behind that mysterious door? It's weird how I'm bringing this up now. Just randomly. Yep, big metal door. do you guys got?
Hey,
I wonder where Kokichi is. There are only so many places he can hide.
No.
I'm not sure. It's possible he's always on the move to avoid being caught. Oh wait, we also never found Kokichi's lab, have we? That's really twisted if he enjoys people's suffering that much. But I'm not any better. I take people's lives for a living. Don't say it like that, Makiro. You're facing your past self. Like Kokichi, he doesn't even want to try to change. That's the worst decision you can make.
You're right.
True. Yeah, so... Kaito really hates me right now. Just don't look me in the eyes. Like it's going to be awkward. Jeez, looks like Kaito's still upset with you.
hey, Shuichi.
He needs to get over himself, but you should think about his feelings too, Shuichi. What happened to Gonta? What happened to Gonta? No one could sort out their feelings in just one night. Finally. Finally get behind this door. Let's go. The key, it's still here. Can it be used for something else? Spiral staircase. I can see a spiral staircase. It looks pretty long. Where does the staircase lead? Glad we're finally behind that door. I've been wondering about it for a long time. I thought that was a mini Monokuma. So it's kind of nauseating. It's a pretty long staircase. Where does it lead? It's going to run, then just text. It says 5th floor up there. Oh, it's still going up. We finally reached the top. Oh, yep, there's an ultimate lab right there. Not that there's something there, but it's best to be cautious. Kaito's lab. This is another ultimate lab? Then it must be...
Got it.
Finally, looks like this is my research lab. Kaito? Yeah, this is so long and such a pain. I'm tired. Someone give me a piggyback ride. I mean, let's climb all these stairs just for the ultimate astronauts lab?
Hey!
What do you mean just? This is the main stage and it's finally been revealed.
Hey,
I'm tired. Hey, someone, give me a piggyback ride.
hey.
Let's go inside. There might be something useful in here. Probably.
Don't screw around.
What do you mean probably? It's gotta be full of super important stuff. Hey, isn't anyone gonna give me a piggyback ride? Shut up, I'm not gonna give you a piggyback ride. Let's go inside then. Looks like a simulation. Planetarium. Maki roll. Let's climb all the stairs just to a room that looks like a playground. This is a huge waste of time, but let's look around for anything useful.
Hey,
How about you give me a piggyback ride on the way back down the stairs? She's still saying that? Himiko really wants a piggyback ride. It's annoying, but at least she's light. It's a large machine, perhaps for a planetarium. You can project stars on the ceiling with this. It's quite the facility. Yep. Kaito still won't look me in the eye. This is amazing. It looks like the cockpit of a spaceship. Pretty cool. Perfect for my research lab.
you.
You can operate this? I mean, it's probably just a simulator, but... Yeah, never seen this machine, and I'm trained with something like it. Well, I guess it'll all work out. What reckless confidence. I don't ever want to be in any vehicle you're driving.
You know...
But, wow, is this really a simulator? I feel like it's too elaborate. Nah, no way it's real. I mean, what would it even operate? At the moment... Hey, come look at this. Something wrong? I found this in the back. What is this, a file? The Gopher Project. Ooh, finally, more information. The Gopher Project? Countries from all over the world work together to create a meteorite defense plan. But none of us can remember the details of that. The file has information about the project?
What?
So what does it say?
Okay.
Hold on, I'll read it. Let's see. The Gopher Project. Last hope to save humanity from the disaster raining down from space. Burning with this imperative project are boys and girls of exceptional talent. That's the purpose of the Gopher Project. Well, what about the rest of it? What did it say? Don't tease us, just say it already.
Well, that's...
The rest of it's blacked out. I can't read any further. Yeah. What did you say? Did Monokuma do this? Damn, he's just screwing with us.
Hey.
You think this part about boys and girls of exceptional talent is referring to us?
Hey!
And what could the seeds of future hope mean? And what's this about the new world? This is like Noah's Ark. Huh? Noah's Ark?
Because.
Well, Noah's Ark was built with gopher wood. Oh yeah, you're right. Of course, this is a story from the Bible, but to choose a name in particular, it does seem related. But how is all of this related to the Academy, to us? None of that makes any sense. If we find the next flashback live, we might be able to remember something about it. Now that you mention it, where is it? It doesn't seem like it's in this lab. So it must be somewhere else. We gotta go look for it first.
That's true.
You're right, this place is useless to us now. I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that, because we gotta find the flashback light. Flashback light, our last hope. It's something that Monokuma created. I don't want to depend on something that Monokuma's touched. There's nothing we can do. There's no other way to restore our memories. Let's get out of here. Now I think the only lab we have yet to find is Kokichi's. I'm terrified to see what that's gonna be like. My god, so many stairs! Even looking at the map is nauseating. Then I can't move the map. So where's everyone? Here we go. The Ultimate Detective Lab. Oh. Though Monokuma's swimming. Alright, well, Ultimate Detective Lab. The poison played a role in the killing game after all. Mew just used that as diversion, but next time. No, there can't be a next time. I've had enough of this. Wait. Okay, yeah, so I'm in the right floor. Where do I go? Ah, here. The key works, but it won't turn.
Could it be...
Ticking. Sensing danger, I hurriedly backed away from the door, and then... Explosion. Oh, yep, here we go. It exploded! Trap! That was dangerous! Could have really been hurt! Well, guess whose lab it is, and you'll figure out. It's Kokichi. Look up the door, it must be an Ultimate Lab. Whose lab is this? Only a few of us who don't have a lab yet.
Right.
Just check inside. I turn the knob. It won't open. Kokichi's lab is closed because the owner is dead.
Huh?
The owner is dead?
Hey,
Further rules of a student that before the ultimate research lab is open, then the lab will remain closed.
That's...
It's the first time I'm hearing this. Wait, so it's not Kokichi's lab?
yeah.
This is the first time I mentioned it. No point in complaining to Monokuma, this is his academy. Anyway, this lab belongs to someone who died. Is this Rantaro's lab? How's the pointing? You know what his talent was if you went to his lab. It'd be quite a dramatic development if you learned what his talent was right now.
Huh?
What does that mean? Yes, what does that mean?
To tell you the truth,
This sort of unexpected development can only happen in a real killing game like this one.
I don't know.
Oh well, what a waste. I can't believe that idiot killed him. So long, farewell. It's Rantaro's lab. Rantaro's lab. I'm curious about his talent, but it's too late now.
Shuichi!
Ah, there you are, Shuichi. When it comes to the dining hall, Tsumugi wants us all to meet her there. Tsumugi?
Yes.
She said she found something. I assume she's found a flashback light. At any rate, please hurry. I shall go on ahead. Finally found it. Next flashback light. What will we remember this time? I should head to the dining hall. Ba-ba-da-boopy. Ultimate Enigma Lab. Everyone here, guys, it's serious! Yes, you found a flashback light, didn't you? Let us use it already! Oh, sorry, it's not a flashback light.
Huh?
It's not? I guess you thought that's what all this was about.
What's that mean?
Then why did you call us all here? I had to go to the bathroom! I found something pretty serious. I thought I should tell everyone right away. Pretty serious. Once again, I'm reminded of just how few of us are left. You saved quite a bit of time for us all together, but that's not the case anymore. And Kokichi's just a lost cause. I don't know what the serious thing is that Tsumugi's talking about. It looks like no one found a flashback light yet. Hurry up and get this over with. I gotta go to the bathroom.
You know...
Hey, has anyone seen Kokichi?
No.
No, I haven't, but... See, where could he have gone? So, what did you find?
It's from that one thing.
Those letters go to find the courtyard. There's more added to them again.
Huh?
The letters in the courtyard?
Yeah.
Looks like the message is complete now. We can finally read it. And it says, "The world is mine, Kokichi Oma." Yep. The world is mine. The world is mine, Kokichi Oma. That's what's written there.
What?
The world is this world is mine.
What's that mean?
What's going on? Why is Kokichi's name? So that's what it means. It was all just a prank by Kokichi. A prank? Kept adding that message just so he can make fun of us. Susie, what a messed up guy. Yeah, I see. That seems like something Kokichi would do. That's true, but is that all there is to it? When Konta had first found the writing, all it said was Horse A. Horsey. And over time, more letters were added. Eventually, it read, "This world is mine, Kokichi Oma." Can we really just ascribe it to Kokichi's pranks? Ascribe. Who cares about Kokichi? More importantly, what about the flashback light? Seems no one has found it yet. Maybe that's Kokichi's fault too. He probably found it first and hid it.
I see.
That is possible. We need to do something and find him. Nah, there's nothing to bother with him. Best way to deal with guys like him is to ignore them. So let's just leave him be.
What's wrong?
You say that, but you were the angriest out of all of us. Nah, there was something I was just thinking about. Thinking about? I'm still a little too early to tell you. It's still a little too early to tell you guys, but... Well, leave it to me. There's no need for you guys to worry. I'll figure it all out.
What are you talking
Figure what out? I mean, I gotta get you guys out of here. I thought it was gonna get us out of here. Yeah, that's the reckless confidence again. My voice kept cracking, but that was perfect. Reckless? You guys just don't get it. Jeez, heroes are always misunderstood. Hero or whatever, it doesn't matter, just don't overdo it.
Of course.
Yeah, leave it to me. Perhaps Kaito's confidence is baseless. But it's sort of a relief to have someone so confident at a time like this. A hero, he might really be one. We weren't able to find the flashback light, so we all left the dining hall and returned to our rooms. So is it free time? Can I finish Maki roll up? Actually, I won't be able to finish the thing up because only 4 free times apparently are available this. It's going to be a little awkward having just 1 straight free time at the end of the episode. There's some time left today. So what should I do? Where is Maki roll? Of course, it's in a new area. This keeps cracking. Okay, so not in this direct area. Let me add this for now. I'll do the casino later. These twists and turns. He tries to look cool by calling himself a hero, but whenever he does something reckless, we have to clean up after him. You need to take care of him. You need to take care of him, okay? That's your job as his sidekick. No, I'm not his sidekick. It's just hard to talk to him right now. Spend some time at Maki. A little closer. Basic. Apparently I don't have one. Home planet? Don't have any of those either. Damn, I don't have anything she loves. Fine, here, oolong tea. Oxidized Chinese tea, different flavors and fragrance can be brought out depending on the degree of oxidation. You must not worry a lot if you're given presents in a situation like this. Well, it's not like I mind, I'll take it. Hey Maki, you're an assassin, correct? I already said that several times. Detectives really are more skeptical than necessary. Well, that's part of my job. Anyway, I was wondering how you did your work. Never heard of assassins working together, but she couldn't be working alone. When assassination organizations disband after they become known?
You're right.
That is true.
So what?
If you want to know my job, and I don't mind talking about it, it won't be a problem. Maki's voice was confident, but she swiftly averted her gaze.
Hey.
Have you heard of the Holy Salvation Society?
No.
No, that's the first I've heard of it.
Oh yeah.
Of course, another person would have no idea affiliation to any cults. Cult? What does this have to do with your assassinations, though?
I see.
That's the assassination organization I belong to.
Huh?
You belong to a cult?
You're a detective.
Even though you're a detective, you're pretty slow. It's a new cult from behind the scenes that trains assassins.
But
That sounds made up.
Sure, whatever.
It's real. The founder is the boss of the organization, and all staff are part of it. The clients ask for consultation, and the fee is a donation. Well, quote, such and such. That's how it's set up. The other believers don't matter. They're there for the founder. I'm not sure of the details. Can't believe it. A cult like that exists in our country? Well, it's fine. This guidance to those things aren't revealed to the public.
Hey.
When you hear about a cult, it makes you want to stay away, right?
well,
Well, yes, it does give off that impression.
Well.
Being shady like that is just a cover-up for illegal things like assassinations. As society, the cult's pretty normal and hasn't caused any trouble either. The boss and staff actually don't believe in their god. They haven't been punished for their sins. God really doesn't exist in this world. Her tone was neither demeaning nor cold. She sounded as if she just accepted that's the way things are.
then
Then I assume you're a devotee to this cult?
That's wrong.
Of course not. It may seem that way since I'm affiliated with the cult, but... Wait, can't you figure that out without thinking? Are you sure you're a detective? I suppose you couldn't be. There are several assassins besides me, but no one is devout. We don't really get along with each other anyway, so I wouldn't know.
That's...
So you don't share that kind of information with each other. Of course not! When the time comes, assassins will be cut and disposed of. Tone hadn't changed. She just accepted it. What did I say to put her into that state of mind? Poor Maki. Still a bit dazed by Maki's incredible stories, I returned to my room. Still time left. I'm ready. Okay, yeah, she's not here, so I guess I'll stop by the casino now. Oh, he's coming back here in the end. Okay, something I want to check out. I definitely want to check out the games right now. See if any levels have been added since last time. Okay, here we go. I knew there was some way to do it. Don't think I ever used it though. Casino Royale with cheese. Okay. What? What does that even mean? I'll wait a bit for that one. A lot of items I never had yet. I don't want to buy them yet. Until I finish off the skills. Which one I just buy off the skills? Suppose when all the skills are done, that's when I can actually focus on the items. Not that that wouldn't matter for a while either. So let's see if there's anything new going on. I did not go to the counter. Well, finally, like, any new levels added to any of this stuff? So I'll go all the way over here. This one, you just get nothing. Yes, I shall. It's all or nothing here. Some good grinding, too. Oh, there's torpedoes here. See, really? Oh, I actually lost money. Damn. Yep, it's score base. I'm trying again. Screw this. 4,700. Well, if I get at least 3,500, I can at least get something. Probably. Damn it! I actually lose money from this. I definitely felt like I did good that time. I go all or nothing in this. Thanks, let me read the rules again. Two more of the same color. Rare Monica statues. it just sucks. Nice again. Cannot strategize around this. Damn it. Fucking cave. Even worse that time. Well, can't go here anymore. But yes, new levels have been unlocked at least. Well, I got what I wanted here anyways, so... Anyways, where's Maki? Where's Maki?
Hey.
I wonder, why were the Gopher Project documents in Kaito's research lab?
Why?
Monica must have put them there for a reason. I have a bad feeling about this. Something else we missed? We should check again. I gotta investigate Kaito's lab one more time. I can go a little closer.
Got a minute?
I think I'll get something like this from you, but I have nothing to give in return. Is that okay with you?
Hey,
Hey, Maki, I noticed all the weapons in your lab. Do you know how to use them all? Oh, did I upset her again? Sorry, did I ask something wrong?
So what?
Not really, I just keep thinking it's strange that you keep asking me irrelevant questions. Depending on the situation, my weapons change, but I know how to use them all. That's not right. I imagine stealthily weapons when I think of assassinations. Use those too, but I mostly have knives, also poison, sniper rifles, jiu-jitsu, bombs. Bombs for an assassination? One in kill has to be flashy. I've turned a 5-story building into a 4-story one before. Control an explosion, destroy one floor? Frightening, no wonder she's the ultimate assassin.
So what?
It's rare to be that flashy though. Normally exposing one's targets, no. So what kind of people have you assassinated?
What are you talking about?
What do you mean? Well, I only know about assassination from movies and stuff, so...
I see.
So probably disappoint you, but I don't kill only bad people.
Because.
I kill anyone on my orders list. It doesn't matter who the person is. I suppose that's just the way it is.
I see.
I'm also have to dispose of people who I knew as well. Like who? Friends from school. Why would you have to do that?
Well,
daughter of a Yakuza leader, she was a child of a mistress with no ties to the gang. Her father loved her very much, which is why she was seen as dangerous. Huh? Yakuza's elite decided to have her removed in case rival groups used her.
Wait!
She didn't do anything wrong! Yeah, but I did as ordered. Make sure you don't forget her. Why are you looking at me like that? I don't have time to remember every face I killed.
No.
I actually do remember her. Is this... No, it's nothing. It's regret. I think it's unreasonable to kill someone on the account of other people, but everyone does what they can to live. You, me, and everyone I've murdered. I killed, but I can also be killed. That's all. Holding different Maki has been overwhelmed by words. Never seen that happen before. I couldn't think of anything to say. I'll give her some fudge next time. Dying up on the way of Maki's story, I returned to my room. Is Monokuma actually gonna give the announcement this time?
This is an announcement.
Yep, now he's actually giving it.
Academy. The time is now 10 p.m. Nighttime has officially begun. Killers, this is your chance to strike. Victims, you have my condolences. Will you sleep like a baby tonight, or sleep with the fishes?
Like Ryoma.
Either way.
It's nighttime. I would have been training. Huh?
Got a minute?
Do you have a minute? Maki, what's wrong? Kaito asked me earlier to show him my research lab. Your lab? Might as well show him since I know he won't take no for an answer. So you have to come too. She wants me to go? Maki invited me, so I should go. Let's talk with them too. Kokichi Shirogane, who's probably stopped thinking. Tsumugi, what are you looking up at the sky for? Oh, Shuichi, I was just looking at the stars a little. I remember something Gonto said before. What did Gonto say? Remember after Kurumi's trial? Now that she mentions it. What's wrong, Gonto? Why are you staring up at the sky? Just, even when all its bad stuff happens, stars are always so pretty. That's actually different, not the same ones Gonto used to.
Actually.
Thinking the stars really are pretty. Can't tell the difference since I don't usually look at them, but they're pretty.
That reminds me.
I've forgotten this feeling. There's horrible things happening, I was always looking down.
You're right.
I need to thank Gonto!
You're right.
You're right. Hey, do you want to join me, Shuichi?
Sorry.
Sorry, there's something I have to take care of.
See.
See, well, I'm going to stay here a little while longer. He's just going to stare at the sky.
Shuichi!
It's already nighttime, Shuichi. What are you doing about this hour? Promise to meet up with Maki. I see.
Well,
Well, I have no intention of strictly upholding a curfew. That's an old habit from my time on the student council, but I felt like I had to ask. That was only a few days ago. I feel like we formed the student council with Angie ages ago. A lot of things have happened since then. We haven't had a moment to relax. Anyway, please be careful. Being out during nighttime could result in another murder. Especially now when we don't know Kokichi's whereabouts.
you're right.
Right, I'll be careful. Maki's lava. Right there. With an assassin lab.
Ah,
Oh, sorry I'm late. Huh?
okay.
Oh, so you came too?
Okay.
Yeah. Silence. As if utterly bored by the painful silence, Maki started up the conversation. Why did you ask to see my research lab so suddenly, Kaito?
Ah,
Well, I just want to see what kind of weapons were here. Well, why would you want to see my
you
weapon?
know.
But wow, there's a ton of stuff here. Can you use all these,
I
Makiru?
see.
Yeah, more or less.
So.
There's no swords of any kind here, Japanese or Western, right?
That's true.
I don't use swords of any type, not after I botched a mission with a katana. I see. Wait, I don't feel like weapons really suit women.
Hey,
Can you explain why you want to see my weapons?
Ah.
Didn't I tell you this morning I've got a plan figured out?
Huh?
Oh, what's in the black case over there? So backing away from the conversation, Kaito headed toward the far bookcase.
So.
What's in it? Some kind of weapon? Wait, say black case or bookcase? Oh, he did say black case, okay. And wait, he heads to the bookcase.
then
Want to know, why don't you open it? Is it some kind of weapon? Let's see. Then Kaito pulled something from the black case. What's this? A bunch of parts.
I see.
It's a disassembled crossbow. So when you put them together, they become a crossbow. Looks interesting. Hey, Makiro, can you teach me how to put it together?
Sure.
Sure, I don't mind.
Put this and this together.
Like this?
And then put that other part in the opposite way. Wait, that's wrong.
Oh, my bad. It goes this way.
Mm-hmm. Then next it's...
Watching those two, the memory of a similar scene came to my mind. Ah, of course. Kaito struggled while Maki gave him instructions. Eventually, it succeeded in putting together the crossbow. Well, since I built it, it became an extra cool crossbow.
So what?
Doesn't matter who built it, though.
That's right.
Seems like it's a bit complicated, but I think I can do it by myself next time.
Hey.
Shuichi, do you want to learn too?
No.
Ah, no, that's alright. I sort of understand from watching anyway.
Hmm.
Let's put it away. You can easily take it apart by reversing the steps.
Are you serious?
Wait, do I have to do it? Who else is gonna do it?
My bad.
Yeah, sorry, I don't feel too good again.
What?
Seems like I'm not 100%, so I'm gonna go back first.
Wait a minute.
Hey! When Maki trying to stop him, Kaito fled the room.
Jeez.
I knew it wasn't the type to clean up, but I never thought he'd run away with this crappy lie. With a crappy lie. How frustrating, he's the worst. Well, that's just Kaito. You're the worst too. Huh?
Well,
I'm sure you know why I invited you, right? Yeah, I do. You were trying to get Kaito and I to make up.
you don't know?
It's not like he hates you or anything, he's just being stubborn.
But
But I just don't know what to say to him. No choice. Gunta, if I didn't do something, everyone would have died. I don't think it'd be right to apologize for that.
hey,
I'm sorry, Maki, I just need more time. I didn't realize you two would require such high maintenance.
sorry.
Sorry. But as she mentions it, I didn't realize it either. I didn't realize Maki would be so concerned about us.
Thank you.
Thank you, Maki. In the end, I was the one who ended up disassembling the crossbow. So I had finished, I returned to my room. Finally, nighttime again. Just like always, we're surrounded by problems. The academy is full of mysteries, and I'm worried about Kokichi. Then there's a thing with me and Kaito.
All right.
I need to make up with him, for us and for Maki. I fell asleep thinking about it. Oh, there he goes again.
Damn it.
Spitting up the blood again. Yep.
Why? Why now? Why me? Damn it. I'm running out of time. I can't die like this. Like hell am I gonna die here? I still haven't gone to space in a minute.
What's gonna happen to Kaito? Megan, this is a beautiful thing! Oh my god, this movie. Rambo. I believe that's what it is, right? Rambo. Why? Why in Danganronpa V3 is it all the movie references during the Monokuma Theater? It really is a Monokuma Theater. And yep, it's Rambo. I just looked it up right now. Recklessness is a beautiful thing! So beautiful, I want to print the words Reckless Beauty on a t-shirt. That's recklessness is the stuff that dreams are made of. So it makes you run at full speed with no regard for your limitations. That makes you excited by anything. Some say it's foolish, but recklessness is what caused new events to unfold. So why are you still alive? Live your life so reckless that it makes you immortal. And if haters laugh at you, let them. They just don't appreciate reckless beauty like you do. Rambo! I never watched Rambo. I don't really watch old movies. Damn, all the references.
This is an announcement from the Ultimate Academy! Rise and shine, kiddos! It's another gorgeous day for a killing game! So get out there, embrace your homicidal urges, and have a fabulous day!
How quaint. Well, that ends and then just have a wonderful day. Sure, everyone's got the dining hall. Well, everyone except Kokichi, obviously. I am not gonna give you a piggyback ride.
Hey, Shuichi.
Oh, Shuichi, good morning.
Okay.
Good morning. I'm not used to Himiko being so energetic. Seems like everyone's got the dining hall today, too. Since I've been here, I've been on a pretty regular schedule.
You're right.
Me too. I'm even eating breakfast every morning now. It'd probably be good if I kept up the schedule after we get out of here. If I do that, I'll probably enrich my magical powers even further.
Right.
More importantly, maybe because of this schedule, but I think they've grown a bit. I'll go them bigger and bigger. This way that no one will be able to call me titless. Oh, of course she's gonna talk about her chest. Another thing, is this just gonna become Himiko's entire character? Just Mew calls her flat-chested. Well, this time she didn't exactly call her once, but I'm just gonna say it just to match the phrase I said about Tsumugi. Like, Mew calls Himiko flat-chested at least once. That's just become her new character.
Huh?
Himiko? Yeah, nothing. I'll get going now. Well, at least unlike Tsumugi, she doesn't repeat the words. She's not like tit, 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 chest, or whatever. Unlike Tsumugi, who just loves saying the word plain. Kokichi's not here. Well, if he was, it'd be complete chaos. What are you thinking of? Huh?
Well,
You're worried about Kokichi, right? We're all worried too.
Yes.
Searched everywhere for him, but I couldn't find him at all. Sharing that, he's a master of hide and seek.
It can't be!
He couldn't have escaped by himself, right?
Well,
No, as long as Monokuma's here, I do not think that is possible. Like I said, just forget about him anyway.
listen.
Anyway, listen up everyone, I gotta tell you guys something. Kaito has an idea? It's a little awkward with Kaito right now, but I should listen. Kokichi too? But what is Kaito planning? Let's listen to him and find out. I wonder where Kokichi went. If he's out by himself, who knows what he's up to?
hey,
Make sure you talk to Kaito. If I do not know what crazy thing Kaito will say, we should hear him out. What's your idea, Kaito? Oh, yeah. Lacking subtlety, Kaito averted his eyes from me and looked around.
You know,
It's like Monokuma isn't here. Well, I wouldn't care even if he was. Kaito turned to us, his expression suddenly serious.
listen up,
Did I tell you guys yesterday I'm gonna get you guys out of here? But to do that, I need your guys' help.
please.
So please, help me out here. What?
I mean,
I want to help you guys. I need you all to work with me.
Wait,
Hold on, what are you talking about? What do you mean?
Got it.
Fight Monokuma with me!
Huh?
Fight Monokuma?
Listen up.
Now's our best chance. Since the Monokumas are gone, the exiles that were protecting him can't move.
Let's do it.
There's a chance to get together and kick Monokuma's ass! Hold up. Fight Monokuma? I see. That must be why Kaito was looking for weapons. But Monokuma's probably got more spares. Wouldn't it be pointless no matter how many we beat? Then all we need to do is destroy them, one by one, till there ain't any left. But we don't know what Monokuma's got up his sleeve. Doesn't even have sleeves. You know, without the exercise, the academy's still under his control. Then you're fine with the way things are now? You guys really want to continue this killing game? Are you okay with that?
Listen up.
Only way to change things now is to fight. If you want to put an end to this killing game, then we gotta fight.
Hey guys.
If we don't stand up now, then when? But we don't have anyone who can fight, like Gonta or Tenko. Now it's have to fight on their behalf.
What?
What?
Well,
I know an assassin wouldn't say this, but I'm sick of all this killing. Maki.
Everyone!
Let's do this! Hey, Kimo, you too?
I heard it.
My inner voice that guides me when I feel lost spoke to me again. It said, now's the time to stand and fight. Maybe a dangerous course of action, but it will prevent future victims. Then I've decided I will fight Monokuma. I've been waiting for these words. Very well, I'll lend you my power.
what?
Huh? Were you really waiting for that? I don't want to lose any more friends, even more painful than losing yourself. That's why I'll fight! I'm not afraid of Monokuma!
Yeah.
Okay, then me too. We can't let the killing game go on like this.
Hey,
You're gonna join us as well, right, Shuichi?
Okay.
Yeah, right.
All right.
So we all agreed, then it's decided.
Let's
Let's do it. We're gonna beat Monokuma to a pulp.
Yeah.
Let's show him what we're made of. I won't even need to use my magic. No, I think that if you use magic, I think that if you can use magic, now's the time for it.
well,
And when did you guys want to start? I'm fine with starting right away. Well, don't get ahead of yourself because this will be the final battle. To make sure we're prepared. Prepared for what?
I mean,
For a battle, of course, but I'll take care of that for you guys. So you can make preparations, but you can't clean up after yourself. Well, since I was the one who brought this up, I gotta get things prepared at least. So you guys just gotta prepare yourselves mentally.
all right.
Battle's gonna be tonight. Once it's nighttime, let's meet at the gym. Yo, Monokuma! After that, we have breakfast and prepare for our final battle. We're actually gonna do this. We separate for now and return to our rooms. My voice just looks to crack. Alright, Monokuma. It's true that this is our chance, but what's this sense of unease? Because Monokuma's probably 2 steps ahead of us. And Kokichi too. Can't imagine he just ignore this. He must be planning something. Have to be cautious. I guess I'll give her the chocolates now. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. I've been going back and forth between the gym and the school building for a while now. I think I was prepared for tonight, but when I offered to help, he turned me down. Told him not to overdo it, but he won't listen to me at all. Maki's in a bad mood.
that's true.
Yeah, he'll make us clean his mess like he always does. Do the preparation to him then. Spend some time with Maki. And we grew closer. You know how that goes. Here, the maple fudge. British candy that's made by boiling down sugar, condensed milk, and butter, and adding maple syrup. It's really sweet. You must not worry a lot if you're given present situations like this. Not like I mind, I'll take it. I didn't know the assassins were scouted.
That's right.
It's better if you don't know. Also, there's no need for you to know.
But
Gathering children from orphanages, I can't believe it. Do you want me to surprise you even more then? Huh? The orphanage I was raised at was run for that reason. What do you mean? To raise potential candidates as assassins? Wait. So the orphanage she was raised at was an assassin orphanage? What?
You don't know?
quote, donates to the orphanage as charity. They believe... That's believable, right? The amount of work I put into this amount of charity given, that's how the exchange goes. I see. How much is Maki carrying on her shoulders? Such small shoulders.
If I remember
You said you were taken in by a man. Did he raise you? You asked if he raised me as an assassin?
No.
No, that's not what I meant. You don't need to be so serious. Man scouted me and put me in his training facility.
That's...
Remember you saying that training was quite harsh.
That's true.
No matter how talented you are, a child is still a child. Basic training forces your body to go beyond its human limitations. Then it physically beat us to help us withstand torture and taught us how to die when needed. How to die?
Because
The only option left when you fail a mission is to die, right? Dying sooner is a nicer way out. It's much better than being tortured alive. Get this fan now. Give me a sec.
That's...
So, you were trained to withstand torture?
what do you mean?
Would you like to hear what kind of training we endured?
No.
No, thank you. I think I'll pass. Can't bear to think of what Maki had to go through. After they tortured us, all I could do after was just stare at the room's ceiling. They tried to break me during training, but I was still there. They tried to drag my dignity and tear it to make me feel empty. But even then, I found myself, and then they would do it all over again. It wouldn't have been strange if I broke during all that torture. Even so, I tried my best. Wouldn't have accepted the job in the first place if I knew I couldn't do it. Most importantly, if I broke, then that girl would replace me. That girl?
Sorry.
Alright, pretend you didn't hear any of that just now.
But...
But,
Shut up.
it's fine, just pretend.
Okay.
Alright, I understand. Maki's report card. Reeling from Maki's incredible story, I returned to my room. Still some time
That's
left.
true.
What should I do? Anyways. Maki roll.
Oh yeah.
Tonight, huh? I don't know what'll happen, but I'll do what I can.
Hey.
Now let's do some stretches. You'll need it. Maki leading us, we spent some time training. Maybe we'll look closer. Here.
Hey.
You look like you want to ask something. I do. Well, whatever. I told you to pretend like you didn't hear anything. But I can't take back what I said.
Hey.
You're wording from who that girl is, right? You're wondering who that girl is, right? She was a close friend from the orphanage. Close friend?
What is it?
Why do you look so relieved? I do?
Weirdo.
Yeah, you do. It's gross. Gross? I'm just glad that you have a friend like that in your life. I see, so that's why you're making a gross face. In the orphanage, I was a normal kid. Is she angry about something?
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
So what?
It's fine.
Um,
Then what did you mean when you said she would take your place?
I see.
The scouts had their eyes on her first, not me. What?
Because.
Had enough talent, but she had even more talent. She was very kind. A crybaby who easily got lonely, but tried to be strong. If she had been taken to such a place, then she would have lived her life crying forever. That's why I volunteered to go. Time, I had no idea what was in store for me as an assassin. Oh, so Maki did to defend her friend, or to help her friend. If I did the training, if she had gone through this, she would have died. That's why I was so desperate to do my best. It wasn't just doing it for the orphanage, it was for her friend as well.
Okay.
Being with her was really fun. We'll wear matching outfits, bake sweets, and exchange them. We'll get into trouble with our teacher because we would talk late into the night. We played house often with the other kids at the orphanage. She'd play as the mom and I would play as the dad. Okay. Well, neither of us knew our parents, so the only thing we could do was imagine it. Maki. That's surprisingly cute.
What is it?
What are you saying? Don't say anything like cute. That kind of thing doesn't exist in my heart.
no.
I really don't think so. I'm sure you would make a good dad.
Shut up.
Shut up. I'm imagining whatever it is you're thinking. Alright. Maki shared more stories about the orphanage with me. Deep down, Maki is just like any of us. Okay. Okay, bye. Hello, bye. Monica isn't here. What was that?
No.
Is the plan compromised? I should get to the gym. I'm sure everyone's already gathered there. Oh, Samugi's there. No, it's up to talk to people on the way.
Shuichi!
Oh, Shuichi, are you head to the gym?
Okay.
Yes, I am.
Hey!
I remember hearing you getting all worked up about it, but in Kibo's research lab, there are a lot of parts to upgrade him, right? If you use those, you wouldn't have to depend on so much on Maki in fights.
Well.
That's true, but Kibo said that he doesn't want anything too sci-fi, so... But in a situation, maybe you should get over that. Just get over that already. Well, we shouldn't force him to do anything. One man's moe is another man's trash. Wait, is that how that goes? Well, whatever. Anyway, I'm going to go on ahead. What? Here we go. I guess I can just warp there now. There's no one else here. Oh. Alright, everyone's here. I hope you're all ready. Are those weapons?
Oh, yeah.
So you went to my lab yesterday to find weapons to use against Monokuma.
Got it.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, guys!
And let's get started. You guys better be ready. You don't mean ready to die, right?
Idiot.
But no, I mean ready to fight and win, obviously. Ready to fight and win?
Yeah.
Yeah, we challenged him a bunch of times, but it never worked out, right? It's because we gave up.
Listen up.
But this time we can't give up because it's our final chance. We're gonna beat up Monokuma and end this ridiculous killing game. When a kawinky dink. I was planning on ending the killing game too. Looks like he's here. Finally hearing the voice, we all spent a dime and saw him standing before us. Looks like he finally came back running to us. Kokichi.
You know, I was also thinking about how to end this killing game as soon as possible.
Bomb and a bunch of hammers.
Little. What are you?
I wouldn't move if I were you. At least if you don't want to become this little guy's prey.
That's
Is that a bomb?
a bomb!
Yep, it's exactly that. Which means, if you don't want to be blown to pieces, then you need to listen to what I'm about to tell you.
What is it, Kichi? Finally decide to show your face.
So,
Wait, what was I gonna tell you?
Don't lie!
You're the one who said it! What are you gonna do with that bomb? Oh yeah, I was gonna tell you my purpose.
See?
You know how it says in the rules that the killing game will continue until there's only 2 left? But never mention anything about how many you can kill, right? Wait, they never mention. Wait, I just realized they actually never mention in this game that you can only kill up to 2 people at once. What? So here's a question for everyone. Who wants to survive with me? Just the 2 of us.
It can't be!
It can't be you.
What did you say?
Plan to kill us all with that bomb?
Are you serious?
Then the way you're going to end this killing game is...
I thought maybe I should kill everyone. Except for me and like one of those.
Kill everyone?
If I did that, I'd be able to end the killing game and still abide by school rules, right? Well then, who wants to live? It's first come, first serve. On the count of 3, first one to raise their hand wins.
Quit screwing around! Who would ever agree to that plan? Even if you threaten to destroy me, I have no intention of being manipulated by you.
Why you?
I'm scared of dying, but nothing good will come from surviving with you.
What was that?
I also don't want to survive with someone who do such a thing to Gonta.
You bastard.
I'd rather kill you.
Is that alright?
Because you just don't get it. We're not going to do what you want. Wow, what a surprise. I didn't think this would go exactly as I predicted.
Huh?
What? I lied about killing everyone. I just wanted to test your determination.
Huh?
Determination?
Yeah.
Let's see if you guys are determined enough to end this killing game. So let's work together. We can use the ultimate anti-Monokuma weapons. Ultimate anti-Monokuma weapons? Mountain of weapons, the hammer on the dolly. And of course, the biggest weapon of all, Kibo. I think Kokichi said it's putting a huge strain on our hearts. That asshole, how long are you gonna keep screwing around? What's wrong with him? I have no idea what he's thinking. Is he even actually human? After seeing that, Kibo seems more human than he is.
What?
Determined enough to end the killing him. I never thought I'd hear you saying that. I didn't expect Kokichi to lay low. Killing all but 2 of us is a horrible idea. You might seriously do it too. Be careful, Shuichi. Weapons that Kaito bought. Can't imagine these are the ultimate anti-Monokuma weapons.
Could it be?
The ultimate anti-Monokuma weapon? Are you talking about the hammers?
Cut it out.
Cut it out. There's no reason to listen to him, guys. Why not at least hear me out? There's also Muse Memento. Muse Memento?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're called electro hammers, and there's something I asked Mew to invent.
How exciting.
Pretty incredible invention that disables any electronic machine on contact.
Huh?
Disable electronic machines? Yeah, it says it on Kibo. Yeah, I bet that includes Kibo too. They should be helpful against Monokuma, right?
What?
Helpful against Monokuma?
Hold up.
How'd you know we were gonna fight
Ah.
Well, I just happened to be hiding in the dining hall when I heard you discussing it. The fact that you were hiding that means it wasn't a coincidence. But I was just so elated that I heard you guys wanted to fight Monokuma. Because that was my plan all along. That's how I want to end this killing game. That's why I asked you to make these to defeat Monokuma and the Monokubs.
Stop it.
Don't lie, you've been fixated on the killing it this whole time.
Always messing around.
That really something Mew made? Aren't you lying about that too? You're gonna doubt that too? Have some people forgotten everything you've done to us up till now?
Yeah.
Yep, I forgot. How do you expect us to believe that?
Because.
Doesn't make sense. If you made the weapon, why didn't you use that instead of murdering someone? Yeah, if there were weapons to fight against Monokuma, we should have all fought together. This is all your fault.
Huh?
Our fault. Told you too, you know. Around the time I asked her to invent this. Told her that we should fight against Monokuma, but she... What a pain in my ass! Why do I gotta make this again? No complaint, it's all... This is all an unfuckable ugly bitch like you is good for anyway. What? Okay.
But
It's exciting. When this is done, we can probably defeat Monokuma, right? Especially when we all join forces. Don't be stupid. If you're gonna do it yourself. Doesn't matter if we promise to work together. Someone would still betray us. Betray us and kill one of us. This weapon won't make a difference. We'd be killed by an X-Star before we could use it. I just invented it because I was asked to. I have no intention of defying Monokuma. There's no way we could beat him, and I can't afford to die here anyway.
Listen up.
Now I still need to invent something that's gonna change the world. So if you want to defy Monokuma, do it yourself.
Come with me.
If it does work out, come help me, okay? I'll do anything, thank you. Okay. Someone will still betray us. That's what she said. Well, the X-Stars were still moving at that time, so I don't blame her, but she was afraid too. She was afraid to trust you guys. The fear of betrayal overcame her. That's why she bloodied her hands in this killing game.
Damn.
That idiot.
Well, you know.
But you guys are different. You guys ran loose to the fear of your friends betraying you, right? You showed your determination to fight together, and you ignored my advice from earlier.
No.
And you would lie about killing all of us just to test that theory? Yeah, that's why I want you guys to do your best.
Don't screw around.
Quit screwing around. What are you saying? You probably just lied about talking to you. Oh, by the way, the electro hammers weren't the only thing that you made. She made this thing, too. The bomb, too? Not exactly a bomb, though, even if it is called an electro bomb. Jams electronic signal by scattering particles that interfere with electromagnetic waves. For 2 hours, any and all electronic devices within 50 yards will be completely disabled. For any secret activities that it's too, since it doesn't leave any debris behind. It's extraordinary, but I only have 3 of them.
Oh, Dad.
Please use them carefully. You guys have to settle for the electro hammers.
Please, wait!
Settle? We have no intention of using such suspicious-looking hammers.
But...
I'm sure you can use these electro hammers not only get to Monokuma, but also to get through the underground tunnel.
Huh?
Underground tunnel?
See?
You can see electro hammers destroy the electronic traps in that place. Is that true? Oh, you finally started to believe me?
But...
Be careful, electro hammers run out of battery pretty quickly. So if you use it against an exile, it'll run out of juice with just 1 shot, got it? Once the battery depletes, it takes 24 hours to fully charge, so watch out for that. Anyway, I'm done explaining, so I'll hand the electro hammers over. Now you guys talk it over. I won't interfere anymore, either.
Huh?
Won't interfere?
See?
I'll be looking from distance, or something like that. You don't want me around anyway.
No.
Wait, before you run off again, there's something I need to ask you. What was that writing in the courtyard?
If I remember correctly.
It's that Gota found. This one is mine, I believe it said. Did you write that? And if you did, why? What's that? I have no idea.
Don't lie.
Don't play dumb. Your name is on it. You gotta be the one who did it.
But...
I wouldn't gain anything from writing a mess like that, would I? I would just make you guys suspect I'm the mastermind. Mastermind?
Because...
Yeah, as well as mine, Kokichi would make me seem like the mastermind. Oh wait, no, this is all Monokuma's doing. He's trying to get us to suspect each other. But don't worry, I truly want to end this killing. Suddenly a dark shadow stood between us, quick as a flash. Yep, Maki.
Tell us the truth. What are you scheming?
Like I said, I just want to end this killing game, that's all!
If you don't tell us the truth, then I'll break you.
Maki roll, cut it out! You'll get killed if you don't! I told you, we can't play this killing game! That's just what Monokuma wants!
Maki got Kokichi's body found in a heap on the floor. He's just such a meanie. How could you do something like this to a friend? Friend? As if. You guys may not think that way, but I see all of you as my friends. That's why I'll be back. I won't interfere anymore, so please continue to walk the path you believe in. Kokichi picked himself up and staggered to the exit. He left behind the electro hammers. What should we do?
No.
You mean about the hammers? They've got to be booby trapped somehow. But looking at it, it definitely seems like something Miu made.
Hey.
So I refuse to believe anything he says. But you know, if it's not a lie, then isn't this our one chance to escape?
Listen up.
If we use this electro hammers, maybe we can get to the underground passage. So why don't we try it? I mean, actually do what Kokichi is suggesting? No matter what we do, it'll be dangerous, but are you really going to believe Kokichi?
No.
Our close to escape is everyone, right? There's a chance we can do it, then we should take it. We don't have time. Enough time. Time? Yeah, if Monokuma, he's gonna get in our way soon. True, this is our best chance now that he's not making any obvious movements.
Hey, so...
Let's try the underground passage with these hammers. We'll get to the outside world.
You're right.
You're right. If we escape, we'll find out the secret of the outside world for ourselves.
See.
Won't know if that's a lie or the truth, though. Secret of the outside world. The despair Gonta mentioned. Is that a lie? Is it the truth? We have to get out.
You're right.
You're right. We have to try.
Alright.
Yeah, that's all we've got. Well, the secret of the outside world might just be a lie anyway.
We must do
Anyway, we should at least try it so we won't have any regrets.
What should we do?
What do you want to do, Maki?
Punk.
The hammers are trapped, and I'll really kick that ass.
Come on, man.
can't kill him, just punch him.
Okay, okay.
I know, I'm just gonna beat him to a bloody pulp.
I see.
I see, if anyone else is gonna do it, I understand.
Yeah.
Then I'll prepare myself for the underground passage again.
Got it.
Yeah, right on. But I'm still concerned that Monokuma's been so quiet. He hasn't shown himself at all since the morning announcement. Where is he? I suppose there's no point in worrying about that, not if I want to focus on moving forward. It's the only thing I can do, keep moving forward. But let's get going. I'm gonna escape from the underground passage for sure this time. So gave a triumphant shout and we all got their electro hammers. Yes, let's go. I'll be cheering for you.
That's not it.
Himiko, you used to come too. Left the gym in high spirits. Needs to go too. I should head to the underground passage. Took the final electro hammer and left the gym. Oh boy. Well, let's see how much. Oh boy. Trace back to chapter 1. Here we go. Kiba, what's wrong? You're not gonna go ahead downstairs?
Shuichi.
You should have a favor to ask of you. This hammer disables electronic machines, right?
Could it be-
Are you concerned about that would disable you too? Why, of course I'm curious! How come I'll settle once and for all how you perceive me? No, I think it's a good idea to test that. Remember the hydraulic press? That's supposed to use a lot of energy. We shouldn't waste it. A waste, huh? See, it would be a waste. Yes, we shouldn't be wasteful. Some robots pout too. Underground passage. Massage. Alright, let's get started.
What should we do?
Are we really gonna be okay? What are you afraid of? Of course it's gonna be okay, right?
Actually,
You seem anxious too, Himiko. There's nothing to worry. Of course it's gonna be a little dangerous, but
Don't worry about
we've got all these ultimates here. If we all work together, everything will be alright.
Ah.
Those words.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, we can finally fulfill Kaede's wish. Let's all work hard to escape this place together. And once we get out of here and make it to the outside world, why don't we all stay friends?
That's right.
Yes, we made a promise together.
That's right.
Promise to work together to get out of here and become
I
friends.
see.
Now it's time to fulfill that promise. I cheer for you guys.
I told you.
You need to do it too. That's right, it's exactly right. The promise I made Kaede. I'll never give up. I can't give up. I am not going to disable you.
All right.
No matter what, let's keep our promise to Kaede. Let's keep our promise we can mourn our fallen friends.
I mean,
We don't have time to talk. Let's go.
Well,
All we can do is move forward. We won't know if the hammer is Kokichi's trap or the real thing until we use it.
yeah.
If one thing the one who made these hammers was really Mew, and if they really work, that's also the power of an ultimate. I don't know what help a cosplay could be, but I want to fulfill my promise to Kaede.
Alright.
That's why I've decided I'm ready to move forward.
Hey, Shuichi.
Thanks for cheering to me. Now's the time to finally put magical pom-poms out of my mouth. You're still doing it. Come this far, I have no choice but to believe. The hammer that Mew invented, I know we can do it. I have to believe that. I repeated that to myself and I stepped into the tunnel. Oh, we're back here. Ah, I see. We can knock everything away. This feels really satisfying. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But it's still the cage!
Leave it to me, everyone.
Kokichi had to die. Anyways. So this is all here. Geez, now I'm scared of what it would have been like to actually do this. Like, properly. Yeah, fuck your bombs. Except that one. And that one. And that little pit trap right there. But also this one. And that one. Ah, cages! Come on! Whoa, I almost fell. Ah, I hate these cages! So, this is the end. I destroyed this machine. And only Shuichi had to die. Finally, made our way out of the tunnel. It was so long, we thought there was no end. But there was an end indeed. And in the end there was. Here.
Huh?
Is this the exit?
That's right.
Seems like it. Look there.
Oh my!
Oh, it's a door on the other side of that door!
Got it.
That's probably the outside world. Yay, we did it! We could finally escape!
No.
Don't get your hopes up. We need to know if this is actually the outside world.
Sorry.
Yeah, you're right. Know what the outside world looks like now. Hey, it's fine. Monokuma was probably just lying to us. Guys over there at the academy are normal, so the meteorites are probably gone. Things fine out there. Let's open that door. We'll have plenty of time to talk afterward. Looks similar to the electric barrier in front of the exisal hangar. Unless we disable that, we won't be able to open that door.
Right.
Let's look around.
Well,
Even though we've come this far, Monokuma hasn't appeared yet. How strange. He thought we couldn't get through the underground passage, so he wasn't worried. But now he's probably freaking out. I bet his face is all blue.
you're right.
If so, then he wouldn't be Monokuma anymore. He'd be a blueberry. My god. I'm more fun. He'd be a blueberry.
It can't be.
And maybe Kokichi's distracting.
That's wrong.
No way Kokichi would do that. Can't let me do that either. But the hammers were just like he said, so maybe... Can't help but wonder why. It is odd that Monokuma didn't try to interfere with us at all. Blueberry. You made this a while ago. We should have all teamed up then.
Yes.
Yeah, if we'd done this back then, Gonto would have been with us. Kokichi said Miu was too scared to betray her to cooperate with us. Her fear of death made her more willing to kill us and defy this killing game. Punk was brainwashed by the killing game. Well, there were still 2 exercises then, and we weren't as rebellious as we are now. Maybe it was unavoidable. We managed to make it this far because of Miu's Electro Hammer.
Jeez.
Kokichi was actually telling the truth about them. I'm pretty surprised, actually.
That's right.
Just when you think he's all lies, he suddenly tells the truth. He's a very inscrutable person. Gotta find some way to get past this barrier.
That reminds me.
It seems like less like a building and more like inside of a spaceship or a submarine in some anime or sci-fi movie.
Could it be?
Control panel for the barrier. Looks like one of the exile hangars. I should be able to disable the barrier with the passcode. Password? Does anyone know it? We don't need that.
Yeah.
If it's electronic, we can just destroy it with these hammers.
Okay.
Since the lock is controlled electronically, so we can use the electric hammer to open it.
All right.
Right, let's destroy this control panel with the hammers and open this big dumb gate. Everything will be over. We can say goodbye to this academy and this killing game.
That's true.
When the death game is going to end.
Yeah.
Yes, at last we can return to our normal lives. Normal lives. And this door is our normal, peaceful, boring lives. We're able to go home to those normal lives. Secret of the outside world couldn't be that awful, right?
Let's go.
Let's go! It's right time to graduate from the Academy of Lies. It's Kaito swung the electric hammer and I sit down on the control panel. Access granted. Lock disabled. Yeah, the door's unlocked! Now we just gotta open up this gate. Let's all work together. Yes, we can do it. Finally we can get out. We all ran the door with our own hands, with our own strength. We opened that door. A door to the future. Future of hope and despair. Nice reference, mate. The truth is out there. What is this? What's going on? What is this? I can't breathe. I can't breathe. The door is now locked. Barely conscious, we heard a sound in our heads. What happened? Kokichi. Congrats! You finished the killing game! Kokichi! You okay? Get it together. It wouldn't be funny if you died here, you know. Your lives are very precious to humanity. What? Humanity? Well then, the fun starts now. It's finally time to reveal everything. Took my head dizzy. Ground spun around under me, but I managed to get to my feet. And at the same time, what was that just now? What's going on the other side of that door was... What? Where even are we? What in the world is going on? Good morning, everyone. How are you guys feeling? Terrible? Of course you guys are, because you now know the truth of the outside world.
Huh?
Truth of the outside world? It's alright, the outside world you guys so desperately long for doesn't exist.
What are you talking
What do you
about?
mean it doesn't exist? Do you want to know? Then I'll tell you. Getting kind of bored with all the lying, so everything I say now will be truth, okay? Now that we believe that.
Okay.
Everything began when that despair came falling from the sky.
There was no way to avoid the numerous amount of meteorites raining down on Earth. The leaders of every nation realized that we could not escape the end of the world.
Please, wait!
Hold on, the end of the world, what are you talking about? Jeez, if you interrupt me again, I'm not gonna tell you anything, caught that? People, we should listen to what he has to say. Continuing on where we left off.
The leaders of every nation wanted to prevent the extinction of the human race, so they decided to implement a plan.
The Gopher Project?
The Gopher Project.
Yep!
A plan to place talented humans in a spaceship in order to help them escape the world's end, so that they may find another planet where they can preserve humankind.
That explains why the information was found in Kaito's lab.
The Gopher Project wasn't implemented to save the human race, but rather to salvage the human race. 16 young and talented high schoolers were chosen for the Gopher Project.
Us.
These Adams and Eves of the New World were known as the ultimate students. But the 16 students refused to partake in this plan. Well, it's obvious why they wouldn't. Surviving alone, family and friends left behind to die. That's just hell right there. So then, the 16 students decided to flee from the project. They erased their memories to forget their ultimate talents, to become normal students.
But it was around that time a certain cult organization rose in power.
Those who believed in the end of days were convinced humans deserved the meteorite's wrath. When they discovered the Gopher Project, they plotted to sabotage the plan. That's when the ultimate hunt began. The ultimate hunt affected all society. Those influenced by it searched for the 16 students. As a countermeasure, the organization responsible for the Gopher Project spread misinformation claiming that all 16 students had died.
One of them is a robot.
That was our memory of the funeral. With this, they were able to quell the ultimate hunt, shelter the 16 students.
Wait, hold on.
And carry out the Gopher Project.
Even though they tried to run away from it.
The Ark's launch succeeded, despite the meteorites and the destruction of Earth. The 16 ultimate students were sent off into space as humanity's last survivors. How exciting!
And that arc! It's the true identity of this academy.
Huh?
What?
The Ultimate Academy for Gifted Juveniles is actually a gigantic spaceship colony.
But how?
This whole academy is one giant spaceship colony? What are you saying?
What?
You really think I'll believe that? Well, hold on now. The story isn't done yet.
By the way,
Don't you think it's strange? Why didn't the killing him happen on the Ark, humanity's last hope? Actually, the organization behind the Gopher Project made one terrible oversight. However, a person hiding among the 16 children to be the last survivors of the human race. What?
how exciting!
It was the leader of the cult organization trying to crush the Gopher Project. And they hid among the last survivors of the human race and prepared a robot on the ship.
Yeah.
Yep, that robot is Monokuma. Basically, he's already confirming that there is a mastermind among us.
See?
The 16 chosen students were placed in a state of cold sleep. And were only supposed to wake up once the ship found a suitable planet. Monokuma manipulated the Ark and brought it back to the ruined Earth. Although 16 were supposed to wake up on a different planet, they rose from their sleep.
You know?
And they are now here.
Hold up.
If we return to Earth, that means...
What you guys just saw, that's Earth now.
What did you say?
That's Earth after a few hundred years, while we were in cold sleep.
So in the deep, dark future.
And Earth destroyed by meteorites, without oxygen or living creatures. And Earth without any cities, or any people you knew. That is the truth of the outside world. Which means...
There's no place for you bastards to go home to. That's why it's pointless to go outside. That's why world doesn't exist anymore.
What?
It doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Earth and humans have died out ages ago, except for the last 16 survivors of humanity. Sorry, I need to stretch for a bit. Last 16 survivors of humanity. Well, last 7 survivors of humanity.
It's a lie.
That's a lie. It's definitely a lie. I already told you I wouldn't lie anymore. I'm tired of lying, you know.
So that means...
Anyway, I gotta confess. You know this cult mentioned earlier? The leader is me. Huh?
Anyway...
Which means the mastermind who stuck Monokuma onto the Ark is... me! Kokichi, you're the mastermind? I didn't want to crush the Gopher Project. I wanted to ruin it the worst way possible. So I came up with a plan.
Let's have more fun.
What could possibly be worse than the last 16 survivors of humanity killing each other?
What?
Oh,
It's a lie.
It's a lie! It's all gotta be a lie!
Ah.
Oh, you want me to lie now? But you guys always told me not to do that. I'll show you the irrefutable evidence that I am the mastermind. He took what looked like a remote control out of his pocket and fiddled with it. And a minute later...
Exosols?
What's going on? I thought only the Mono Cubs could control the Exisals.
Well, I'm different. Since I'm the mastermind, I control everything in this school.
So, male
As
mastermind.
long as I have the master remote control, all Exisals move on my command.
Then,
So you really are the mastermind.
don't tell me.
You're always suspicious from the start, but for you to be the mastermind...
Oh, man.
Looks like you don't believe me, Shuichi. I'm so disappointed in you. I even gave you this huge hint, but you still don't get it.
How boring.
I was waiting with so much anticipation to see when you guys would figure it out.
What is it?
Hint, you left that message for this?
Maybe.
But I guess that precious hint went to waste, all because you bastards trusted each other. Huh? Told you guys should have doubted each other more. Guys could have realized I was a mastermind earlier and there could have been less victims. Actually, Kaito had the right idea to try and kill the mastermind at the start. Too bad though, once you had killed me, then the killing game would have ended.
Huh?
What do you mean? The truth to the killing game. Well, that turned out not so boring, right? Not anyone could have organized a killing game with the last 16 survivors of humanity, you know.
Damn it.
You saying it's the truth? Were we just being led around by you the whole time?
You mad?
Oh, you mad? So what are you gonna do about it? Shut up, of course I'm mad!
Always messing around.
The only thing you've won is because you've got the Exos on your side. Got the Electro Hammers. What's happening?
Wow.
I'll talk about Kaito. I guess things aren't going your way. Lucky for me, you ran out of juice.
What?
The Electro Hammer. The moment the Electro Hammer powered down, and not just Kaito's. Every Electro Hammer powered down at once. Oh, did I? The problem is that it runs out of battery pretty quickly.
But
That lasts longer than I calculated, so I was actually starting to get a bit nervous. You calculate that too?
my bad.
Sorry, Kaito, your tiny brain is just too different from mine.
Please don't.
Don't glare at me like that. Punching me won't solve anything either, you know. Can't resurrect the dead and you can't turn Earth back to normal.
Right?
Right.
Always messing around.
Even if that is the case. I can't get over it if I don't punch you. Kaito, wait! So Kaito before he ran off, but couldn't grab him in time. Geez, just a pity can't be cured unless you feel a bit of pain first.
Stop it!
Stop! Maki's scream was in vain. For our very eyes, Kaito charged at the Exisal and was smacked down, hung limply from the Exisal's hand like a rag doll.
Kaito!
Don't worry. He's not dead. But now you know, right? There's no use defying me. The mastermind. These Exisals were originally machines to protect us. They were built to shield us from any danger that might pop up on other planets. But now I think it's hilarious how much they've become a threat to you guys.
Give Kaito. Maki?
Give it back.
Give Kaito back! I screamed murder. Maki let Kokichi and moved toward him. No, Maki, even if you...
You may die.
Let go. Do you want to die? Maki!
It's no use.
Won't let go. Even if you kill me, I can't let go. Please, Maki!
Shuichi.
Nice job, Mr. Ultimate Detective. That was a wise call, Shuichi. But your talent is useless now. Mystery of the killing game, the secret of the outside world, the mastermind's identity. They're all solved. We don't need a detective anymore. This is the true ending. Ending?
What did you say?
This is the ending, then what are we supposed to do now? If the world's destroyed and we're the last human beings left, what are we supposed to do from now on? How about doing anything you want? Yeah? I know I started this whole thing, but I'm bored now, so sorry about that, guys. So I wanted to reveal the truth. I want to see your utter despair on your faces. Yuppers, I'm totally satisfied now, so you guys are free to do whatever you want.
Wait.
Hold on, you were the one that started all this. That's so irresponsible. You guys can commit suicide together or kill each other. Or you guys can change your mind and stay here. You're welcome to do that too.
Thanks to the school's barrier, there's plenty of oxygen. It is the Gopher Project's arc. It's supposed to be humanity's last hope. Oh, but did you guys know? The sky on the other side of the barrier isn't real. That's just one of the arc's functions. It's meant to help us forget we're on a spaceship.
It's post-apocalyptic world.
So that means...
So anyway, the killing game is over. Now you can do whatever you please.
Huh?
I don't know what to do.
You
What
bastard.
do you plan to do with Kaito?
Ah,
I just wanted to chill out for a bit.
Hot-blooded idiots like him are trouble.
You're one to
They do
talk.
whatever they want without thinking about the consequences.
You're one to talk.
If it's just him, I can deal. But if he gets all of you involved, then that's totally a hassle.
You're a hassle all by yourself.
The killing game might start up again if I let him run away. So that means...
Anyway, Shuichi, can I have the Exile Hanga's alarm remote back? What?
See?
I was thinking that'd be a perfect place to help keep Kaito in.
Stop it.
Don't give it to him, Shuichi.
Shuichi!
Hand it over, Shuichi.
Bastard.
Don't give it to him. You know what happens if you don't hand it over, right?
This school is mine! I am the king! I, Kokichi Oma, am the mastermind and king of the ultimate academy for gifted juveniles! Yes! This world is mine!
Kokichi Yama.
Sorry.
Sorry, Maki. Couldn't meet Maki's eyes. I gave Kokichi what he wanted. Thanks! His evil yet innocent smile stayed on his face as he took the key. And then he simply left. He solved the entire mystery for us and left. He left us there with the truth of our despair. Maki. Coward. I know.
But
Just don't have the strength. I can't fight back. Can't do it. So now Maki's gonna ignore us again.
are you okay?
Himiko, are you okay? Am I okay? How could I be okay? I said world, everything's destroyed, everyone's dead. Everyone at school, everyone in my neighborhood, they're all dead. Calm down, Himiko. What am I supposed to do now? There's no point in living anymore.
Which means
An academy is a spaceship and more than 16 survivors of humanity. The killing game we've been playing. Why put the remnants of humanity against each other for a world that no longer exists? The mastermind who engineered all this is forcing us to participate is Kokichi. I can't! My mind feels like it's about to short circuit! Me too! Samuki, are you okay? She's got 1,000-year stare. No use talking to her right now. The whole truth is revealed. The conclusion? This is the end. There is no outside world. We're the only humans left alive. Trying outside was pointless, and we played the killing game for it. It was all meaningless. That's the conclusion. Nonsense! So, what did all the others die for then? So this is the despair that Gonta felt. So much despair you want to die. It really is just like that. If it's like this, it would have been better if I died a lot earlier. When it's all over now. Don't think it's all over, guys. It's true, this is the end of everything. The story ends here. There'll be no more death, no more killing game. It's all pointless. The truth is, we all should have just died a long time ago. Yep, the despair that makes you want to die. Gonta was actually right. Don't even remember how I got back to my room. Before I knew it, I felt my body in the bed, numb. I didn't want to sleep. Just wanted to run away from the despair, but the sleep came anyway. Did you know that when you talk to someone on a cell phone, you're not hearing their real voice? Oh my god, Titanic now? The voice compared to synthetic sound while you're both communicating. By breaking down their voice into various waveform patterns, the phone assembles their patterns to recreate characteristics of the speaker's voice. That's just the amount of voice data that needs to be sent to make the call possible. How do you know how shaved ice is flavored syrup such as strawberry, melon, and lemon? Well, that's the flavor. The only difference is the aroma and the food coloring dye. Do these facts are lies? Do you deny these facts are lies? What would the world be like if all lies were denied outright? I bet it'd be a very lonesome world. Lies are what make the world go round. He's gone again. But despair that makes you want to die. One must not be here anymore. There's no point in warning announcements now. It's really over. No point in this killing game anymore. There's no reason to go outside. There's no reason to keep living. There's no reason to live. There's no reason to live. There's no reason to live. It's an epilogue. All that's left is to take up time. What a boring story. There's nothing I can do anymore. I wonder what everyone else is doing. It's nighttime. I wonder what Kaito is doing. That's right. I wonder if Kaito is okay. Is he... It's no use. Mine isn't working, and my body... If you're giving the meaning of life, you've already done it wrong. The Monokuma is from Ode to Despair Girls. I don't know what movie reference this is supposed to be. Life doesn't need a meaning, it just needs a purpose. In other words, you need something to live for. You can live for spending time with loved ones or chasing dreams. You can even live for eating delicious foods or playing games. Most people can get by as long as they have something to live for. If you think Danganronpa is your reason to live, I couldn't be happier. It's been a real pleasure doing business with you. So who's gonna be picking up the Switch version when it comes out? Can we get it? Not here. It's morning. How long have I been like this? I should get up, or I might not even get up again. I don't care if I just kill my...
Huh?
What? Body reflected reflexively as I heard the doorbell. Somewhat surprised I even managed to get out of bed. I went to the door. Could it be? My feet for the first time in a long while, I walked uneasily to the door. Slowly opened it and... Maki. You look terrible. Maki. Go take a shower or something. Anything to help your face. I'll be at the dining hall with everyone else. Everyone? I'll be waiting, so hurry up. Maki spoke curtly and left. I was waiting at the dining hall. Guess I should go. I hurried and took a hot shower, then left my room. That says a known sign. Who was in the dining hall besides Kokichi and Kaito? Mentally, they weren't really there. The life had gone out of their eyes. Everyone here looks terrible. Really? Even I look terrible? Well, your face always looks like that. What are we talking about? Discussing how we want to die, right? What? Want to go without suffering? Maki, can you do something about that? Here, before that, take a look at this. Is that a flashback light? In such a dire situation, robophobia still persists. Okay. Flashback light, but now that we've learned everything, there's no point for it. Don't stop me, I just want to die. Tenko probably wouldn't be mad if I chose to die in this situation. Maki, why do you have that? It's on top of the table when I went to the dining hall this morning. It's just sitting there? Kokichi probably put it there.
Well then.
To confirm the truth, perhaps. There's a flashback light. I may recover memories that corroborate his story. So we're supposed to use the flashback light to confirm the truth Kokichi told us? We don't need to confirm anything. We saw the outside world for ourselves.
Hey.
Do you want to die comfortably? I can help you, but we should check the flashback light first.
Huh?
What? Why do we have to do that?
Because.
Only thing we can do right now. If we're going to die, we might as well do anything we can. We'll have no regrets that way.
That's right.
Even if it is dangerous, it wouldn't matter anymore, right? Well, there's nothing for us to lose. We don't have any hope left. let's do what we can. Okay, things won't end up any worse than they are already. So when you kill me, will it be like I'm falling asleep?
Decided.
That's decided. Kiba, Shuichi, are you fine with that? Very well, then. Yeah. And thus it was decided, fairly painlessly. Flashback lights suddenly appeared, nothing could be more obvious and suspicious. Because our spirits were already broken, we had nothing to lose anyway.
Hey.
Okay, I'm turning it on. I'm going to turn it on. Maki puts on the flashback light, and at that moment, the world flipped upside down. Turned inside out. That's it. I remember. Everything is connected. And we had forgotten. That everything is connected. Hope's Peak! It all started at that academy. Government-backed school that nurtured the most talented students in various subjects. Hope's Peak Academy. That the event that tore the school apart changed the world. The biggest, most often most tragic event in human history. It triggered a wave of terrorism and war across the world, humanity's true despair. Half the world was destroyed as a result of the terrible violence. And that tragedy was caused by a single high school girl, Junko Enoshima. Yep! The ultimate despair, Junko Enoshima. She used whatever means necessary to paint the world in despair. Yep. The killing game of the 78th class of Hope's Peak Academy was the same way. Trapped by the ultimate despair, forced into a killing game. But after Junko Enoshima died, the case was closed and the world began to slowly recover. But Junko's disciples, surrounded with despair, weren't done sowing chaos. The Future Foundation fought against them, trying to restore order. The war between hope and despair grew more and more extreme. The fight raged on but came to a sudden end. And right then, it was from then on that we remembered. It was the beginning of our truth. One day, terrible despair suddenly rained from the sky. Countless number of meteorites fell upon the world, carrying an unknown virus. Emboldened by the overwhelming despair, the remnants cried, "Humanity deserves damnation." The Future Foundation was overwhelmed by the renewed despair and quickly lost influence. But then, Ko Naegi, together with the former members of the Future Foundation, started the Gopher Project at Hope's Peak Academy. Only genius can overcome nature, and only hope can overcome despair. Our young geniuses must escape the Earth and become the seeds of the future. That's the only hope for humanity. With those principles, the Gopher Project began. At 16 Hope's Peak Academy students were selected. Us. Again. We were those 16 students. That's it. We weren't just all attending different high schools. We're all attending the rebuilt Hope's Peak Academy. We were the students that applied after the new Hope's Peak was rebuilt. And the new Hope's Peak was like the last in that it accepted applicants for talented students and cultivated ultimate talents. Hope's Peak Academy was a large school, so we were all in separate classes. But we were all students of Hope's Peak Academy. The candidates, the 16 of us, were selected for the Gopher Project because... No, we weren't selected. We were the only ones left. These virus from the meteorites had spread rapidly around the world. The entire world was on the brink of extinction. Hope had almost triumphed, but cruel despair came roaring back to overtake the world. But we just happened to be immune to the virus. Convenient. That was the reason why we were chosen for the Gopher Project. Finally remembered. Everything. The world, that world, this world, it's all connected. Both worlds.
That's it!
Everyone, did you all remember?
Yes.
Yes, I can vividly recall everything now. Yeah, why? How could we forget something so important? We were students of Hope's Peak Academy. They were the symbols of hope and trusted with the survival of humanity. Except for one person. Kokichi, the mastermind behind this killing game, his organization's real identity.
They were the remnants of despair.
That's right. The cult organization out to destroy the Gopher Project. If Kokichi is the leader, that means he controls the remnants of despair. Out of all of us, he is the closest to the ultimate despair.
He's just smiling. It's so obvious. A killing game like this could only be done by the remnants of despair.
Last trial. Monokuma. Students of Hope's Peak Academy. It's all just like Junko and Oshima's killing game. Only someone who worships the ultimate despair would replicate that killing game.
Which means...
Being that this killing game is just like the one that came before. It's a battle between hope and despair. Killing game that mires hope and dark despair.
Got a minute?
Wait, hold on. If this is such an important killing game, then why did Kokichi abandon it? It's awesome than the remnants of despair would do. They admired Junko and Oshima, right? He made an elaborate plan that caused despair, but he got bored of that plan. Wanting to feel the despair of your plan being ruined, that's the ultimate despair for you.
Hey!
What's wrong, Maki?
So what?
Nothing, I'm just not convinced.
It's okay.
Probably fine, though it's not a big deal. Are you sure? We finally learned the truth, but we still can't do anything. Even if we get out of the academy, the outside world's still destroyed. There's no hope left for us.
Everyone!
No, we just need to become that hope.
What's wrong?
What's with you all of a sudden?
If I must.
If all hope is lost, it's up to us to become that hope. After all, we're students of Hope the Academy, aren't we? We're all left of the 16 years to survive the battle between hope and despair.
Listen closely.
If we give up now, everyone who fought on the side of hope will have fought for nothing.
That's true.
Fought for nothing. That's what my inner voice is telling me. That no matter what, I can't abandon hope. I cannot give up. Yeah, I can't. That's what's urging me to do.
Leave it to me.
So I will not despair, even if it's only a little. I will move forward with hope. Kibo.
Listen closely.
Right now, there is no use of thinking about whether our lives have meaning or not. As long as we're alive, we still have the power to decide that meaning for ourselves. So I believe hope is. That's what hope is. I see. Yeah, you're right. In terms of the new Hope of the Academy, we brought as a symbol of hope.
Yeah.
If we, the students of Hope of the Academy, give up, the world really will be plunged in despair.
You're right.
I got it. In the end, it's all about willpower. I'm gonna live till the end and never give up. Won't be able to do anything if in that destroyed world.
Great, huh?
Making the impossible possible is what magic is all about. It's a pain, but it'll be worth it. I'll live for 100 million more years. You guys.
You're right.
You're right, let's do it.
Alright.
Let's fight together against despair.
Yes.
Yeah, as long as we stand together without giving into despair, we will find new hope. All stood in unison. Each felt the power of hope coursing through us, driving our bodies. Hope born in this academy, tree of life with roots down deep, supporting each and every one of us. Yeah, motivation is rushing through my entire body. This is the power of hope. With a laugh like that, you sound less like a mage and more like a wicked witch. Kokichi may have left the flashback light to make us give up, but if that was his plan, it failed. It's true. It does seem as though Kokichi's plan went wrong somewhere. The only person who can give us the flashback lights is Kokichi.
Hey.
So what's our plan now? What are we gonna do about Kokichi?
That's right.
Gotta stop. You know who? The remnant of despair, or the despair will never end. Yeah, we have to save Kaito too.
You're right.
Yeah, of course.
You're right.
So stupidly positive. He's just the kind of guy we need at a time like this.
That's right.
With Kaito by our side encouraging us, then even if we're the only people left, then we can still find a new hope. Yeah, it's exactly right. I knew that even in a situation like this, he'd think of something. Problem is, where are Kokichi and Kaito?
It's okay.
They're in the exercise hall hangar. Both of them? Kokichi did say that Kaito would be trapped in there, but by chance, I happened to see Kokichi leaving the hangar during nighttime yesterday.
What?
By chance, really?
Right,
The
right.
truth is, you were worried about Kaito, but watching the hangar all day. Looks like that was the case.
So what?
It's not like I was worried about Kaito or anything, I just had nothing else to do. Also, I'm used to watching others, so it wasn't any trouble. One person has to watch the target and think of ways to kill them. Stop! We were just getting mushy, we have to make it all bloody instead.
100%.
We know they're in the exile hangar, but how do we get them out?
By the way,
Hang on to the alarm system that will go off if anyone approaches the shutter. On top of that, Kokichi has the alarm remote key to shut off the alarm system. That's an electric barrier, right? You need to do something about that too.
yes.
Yes, but even the protocol AAA will set the approach in the control panel will set the alarm too. Any problems right from the start? What should we do?
It's okay.
Fine, I think I know how to stop the alarm system and the electrical barrier. Does she have an idea? The electro hammer.
Okay.
We not stop Kokichi, a remnant of despair, then this despair would never end. Something like that would be a sin for my magic. It's overflowing with hope. After you've undone the alarm system and electric barrier, then leave it to me.
Kokichi.
I will not let Kokichi's despair win in the end. Students of Hope the Academy must unite and fight against despair. Fight back against despair. And I forget I was a student of Hope the Academy. Kokichi is very deliberate about erasing our memories. Since we gain newfound power now that we remember Hope's Peak Academy.
You're right.
Kokichi was afraid of us awakening to the power of hope.
Yeah.
Yeah! Let's do it, Shuichi. Let's rescue Kaito and stop Kokichi. How do you plan to get past the alarm system and barrier? The electro hammer. The control panel there, it should disable the electrical barrier. The same thing as the electronic lock at the exit of the outside world. But it won't work the same way on the alarm system, will it? The alarm will go off before we can even get close enough to use the electro hammer.
That's true.
Then we'll use this. Is that... Electro bomb. Why do you have that, Maki? There were only 3 and I thought Kokichi had them. I stole from his pocket. During that time. Yes, expecting your kleptomania and terrifying glare, both first class. And the terrifying glare boy was a joke, so can you stop glaring at me so terrifyingly?
Thank you very much.
Nice work, Maki. You set electro bomb against the hangar.
No.
Not only that, it will disable all communication.
Okay.
That should include the remote control Kokichi used for the exosouls.
100%.
Means the electro bomb from the shutter should affect the entire hangar. And Kokichi would be as good as butt naked. All he'll be able to do is hold his crotch and run.
No.
You might still be able to control it from inside. Why is he go talking like Mew?
Bye.
Butt naked. Butt naked.
No.
Not pretty sure he'll be clothed. We should bring the extra hammer as a precaution against the exosouls. Yeah, dang, that's not like sitting around without charging it. Sorry, but I did too. 24 hours to charge the electro hammer, so we'll have to wait until tomorrow morning. Want to wait until tomorrow morning? What about the hangar? We don't really have a choice, do we? Without the electro hammer, it's impossible.
Remember.
Maki, I know that you don't want to wait a single minute more than necessary. But we shouldn't try it until tomorrow when everyone is ready.
That's true.
Fine. That's what we'll do then. This time we'll definitely kill him. Kill.
Wait.
No, Maki, you can't. Even if you remember the spirit, that doesn't. But if we kill him, then everything will end. We have no other choice. For that reason, I will kill him.
No.
You can't.
You're right.
Is that how you feel, Maki? But we feel bad after we killed him.
Don't.
It would be no different than the killing game, that it caused us so much suffering.
Yeah.
Yeah, the thing that Rem's spirit or Kira would do.
Okay.
But Kaito the killing game is wrong, remember?
I knew it.
So, we can.
Okay.
Fine, if everyone thinks that way, then I'll listen to you guys. If it seems like anything dangerous is going to happen, I'll definitely kill him. Oh, Maki's actually reliable.
No.
No, she's dangerous. Nothing more dangerous than a heated Maki roll. If Maki roll gets too heated, you can burn your tongue. Just see those eyes. They're like a better like at its prey. A nice buttered Maki roll. You may have deserved that, Himiko. A nice, warm, buttered Maki roll. It's true that this is quite unexpected. Didn't think we'd be able to stand together as one again. And it's thanks to Maki. Over sedentary, feeling sorry for herself, she was planning. suppose it might also be thanks to Kaito. Because Kaito was worried about it, she promised to work hard to do her best. Of course, if I point that out, she'd ask me if I want to die again.
Got a minute?
What are you looking at?
Sorry.
Sorry.
Hey,
It's our best, and the three of us can train together again.
Okay.
Yeah, right. Finalize our plan against the XL hangar tomorrow morning. So then we'd wait for the electric hammers to recharge and finish preparations. Lit up, focused, and determined.
Alright.
First we need to charge our electro hammer. We shouldn't just stand around waiting. To make up for lost time. That should be something I can do. Nice job, Mr. Ultimate Tech. That's a wise call. Time is useless now. Right there, stop. Shit. Not true. There has to be something I can do.
Right.
I should scout the area. We got the area to check out the scene before we execute the plan. And I'm worried about Kaito. He's hurt and he's sick. Sure, he doesn't want me to have to worry about him, but I have to.
Okay.
Alright, I'll go. It's charging now, right? Well, feels like an interaction. That's weird. Whatever, I'm leaving.
Shuichi!
Oh, Shuichi! Most especially Kaito, no matter what. If we're to defeat despair and find new hope for ourselves, I'm sure we'll need him by our side.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right. Thanks to Kaito that we're all working together again.
Right.
So if Kaito and stop Kokichi together, this is the beginning of our new hope. Actually, I need to go to the front. Actually, where is that song here? Down here. And Himiko's is all the way down here. Why gotta make things so difficult? Yeah, I've got so much motivation now. I can't wait till the extra hammer recharges. Calm down, Himiko. If you expand all your energy now, you won't have any when you're ready and you really need it. Yeah, I see, that's true too. But what imagine that we're the last hope of humanity and that this was a spaceship.
I don't wanna.
Not right? Are they really gonna throw away the whole magic theme just like that? What's their magic theme in the first place? I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that. Fake artificial sky. Fake.
Maybe.
Did you come out of your room because you couldn't calm down?
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess.
I was the same. I couldn't stay still. This morning I barely had the willpower to get out of bed. It's all thanks to Maki.
Yeah.
And hardly believe it. Maki was so tsundere in the beginning is now the one pulling us along. Probably because of Kaito's influence. Yeah, why do you think that? Why? You can tell just by looking. Maki's interested in Kaito. Then why shouldn't I be watching the hangar the whole time like she is? Oh yeah, I suppose that's true. Are you shocked? Were you guys in some reverse love triangle situation? No, it's not like that at all.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't mean to shock you like that. I just mean to mock you about Maki. I wonder. When we were at OT Academy, did we have fun and tease each other like this?
Okay.
Well, we were in different classes, but I'm sure we had friends like that.
But
If we can't go back to that time, there's still hope left in the world. We'll keep living in confidence till the end. That's my vow as one of the last students of OT Academy. Cyber Courtyard. Keep going, I should reach the hangar. If he's in the hangar, there's a good chance the X-Stars are patrolling nearby. Should be careful. Sudden music change. Yikes. I'm actually fucking scared now. Huh?
Huh?
Monokuma? This is the first I've seen him in a while. Are they still protecting him? But why now? Why all four of them? He's controlling them, right? So why would he do that? What if the X-Stars are here? They're not guarding the hangar. This is my chance. Should hurry, but carefully. I don't want to draw attention. This is fucking frightening. You know, they're on that one area. The alarm is enabled. Electric barrier is up too. I can't get close to the shutter. I only saw 4 extras. I don't know where the other one is. Perhaps inside the hangar? If I can find a good spot to survey the scene. Look like there's a bathroom with a small window there. Bathroom window.
Ah,
It's a window, the bathroom window. Can I see from inside there? Gaze into a small window. Saw a silhouette on the other side.
What are you doing here?
Kaito!
Don't shout, stupid. Kokichi will hear us.
Is he close by?
No, I'm locked up in this bathroom, but Kokichi's just outside that door. It'll be bad news if he sees you here. He's got the exosols with him.
Yeah, that's true.
Wait, so what are you doing here?
What am I doing here? Saving you, of course.
What? By yourself?
No, I'm just scouting the place. Tomorrow morning, we're all coming to rescue you.
All of you?
It was Maki's idea. Honestly, I had given up. We'd all given up. But not Maki. She did everything she could to get you back. It's because she believes in you, Kaito. She knows that you would never give up, no matter how bad things got.
Yeah, of course. I'm Kaito Momota, luminary of the stars. Even if the world has ended and humanity has gone extinct, I can't give up. It'd be a crappy story if the hero gave up so easily.
Yeah, that's right, Kaito.
Don't you worry. I'll do something about all this. That's a promise. All you guys are working so hard, so I can't just sit back and relax.
Something I want to ask him. I don't care if he's overconfident or acting. I want to hear him say, "Don't worry, it'll be okay."
It's just... I'm happy you guys want to save me, but stay safe, okay? Getting close to an exosol is dangerous, even if you've got an electro hammer.
Got it. By the way, are you feeling okay? Apart from the injury, obviously.
Who, me? Yeah, of course. It's nothing. Anyway, Kokichi should be back soon, so we better end our chat.
Okay, sure. And hey, Kaito, about what happened with Gonta.
Shuichi, I leave the rest to you.
What?
While I'm gone, you gotta support everyone. Especially Maki. She can be reckless sometimes.
I mean, you're the one talking, but okay.
Yeah.
You're an impressive detective, through and through. You might not only reach the truth, but something even beyond it. And don't forget, you're not alone. Don't try to do everything yourself. It's only gonna wear you out. When times are hard, you gotta rely on your friends.
Rely on your friends. That's it. That's what I've been neglecting.
I believe in you. So I'm leaving the rest to you for now. You got it, Shuichi?
Kaito, thank you. Thank you for being my friend.
Yes, I understand.
Alright, now get going before Kokichi comes back.
You're right. See you tomorrow, Kaito.
Leaving Kaito with a smile, I returned to my room. There's no point in wandering around. I should stay in my room and relax. Taking myself into the right mindset for the final battle. I was meditating on it. It became nighttime before I knew it. Excuse me. Exercise forever! We go at dawn. Won't hesitate anymore. Kaito has taught me.
Alright.
I have to do it. To live. To find a reason to live. I will fight. Spent that night with that thought nestled deep into my heart. Don't panic. Just stay calm and listen. Well, if you're watching Monokuma through the same way, it's already too late. You could admit it, no, but I'm to 100% cotton mascot like me. Hope is, well... Stop seeing young people brimming with hope, killing each other just to survive. Once the hope fade away, there's nothing more despairing than that. Many students carrying humanity's hope, betraying the seemingly killing each other. It makes me oh so sad. How long Tien wins a spanking face soaked in blood and tears? I've gone and done it. I pulled the trigger. He's dead now. And now I'll have me a nice buttered maki roll. I made that joke like 3 or 4 times already. It's so dirty. That empty announcement from Monokuma, I jumped out of bed.
Alright.
Here we go. First in the dining hall. I have the charged electric hammer and ran out of my room. That's just the Are any of them over here? Well, Monokuma's. Time to save Kaito! Yeah, we're all here!
Everyone!
Is everyone ready?
Yeah.
Of course, my electro hammer is all recharged! The moment I realized one of us didn't have the electro hammer. Maki, where's your electro hammer? I don't need it. I'd rather not use a weapon I'm unfamiliar with. This is much better. A knife. Knife, well, I suppose you know best. Then, we're off!
Hey!
For that, something I want to say. I scouted out the hangar yesterday. Scouted out the hangar? Yes, I discovered that Kaito was trapped in the hangar's bathroom. Bathroom, I see. That certainly is the best place to lock someone up.
I remember.
And also I saw Monokuma by the hangar being protected by 4 exosouls.
Is that alright?
Gotta be careful that we aren't spotted. Oh, I saw that too. You saw that? Were you at the hangar too, Kibo?
Yes.
Yes, I thought maybe I could get through to Kokichi before we carry out our plan. I went to the hangar last night and tried to talk with him. Had to talk to him on your own? Alright, I thought it would be preferable for him to release Kaito peacefully. How'd it go? Went about as well as I expected. There's no response at all.
But,
I did witness a few things. What did you witness?
well,
We can discuss that later. For now, I share what I saw that's relevant to our plan.
for now,
Kokichi saw 4 exosouls that appeared to be guarding Monokuma. Well, I saw one of them enter the hangar.
no,
Just one?
yes,
Yes, the green exosoul. The Monoderm exosoul.
I remember.
The green one. I'm sure I saw that one guarding Monokuma. Make sure to stay out of sight while I watched. Neither the alarm system nor the electronic barrier reacted to the exosouls present. That mean the alarm system and the electric barrier don't work on the exosouls?
That's right.
Hearing it's where the exosouls are stored, that would appear to be a safe assumption. But there are 2 exosouls in the hangar. We should be careful. We only have 1 chance. Since this is our only electro bomb, we can't afford to miss.
You're right.
That's exactly right. Well then, we're off for real this time.
Everyone!
Let's go. We must end this killing game once and for all, no matter what. And guys, I'm motivated. The group rushed out of the dining hall one after the other.
Alright.
Alright, here I go. The final heist. Save Kaito. Damn it. Everyone must have gone to the hangar already. I shouldn't be late. Huh. Mokuma's not here. Should have been protected by the exosouls. And the exosouls. They don't look like they're on the move. What's going on? There are only 3 of them. Should be 2 more in the hangar.
It's true.
Just like Kibo said, we should consider ourselves lucky that there's only 2. While 5 of them are there, it'd be impossible to execute the plan.
Alright.
Alright, let's keep moving.
Well then.
At once here, let's get started right away. I'm ready.
Are you okay?
I'm ready. Maki, are you ready with the electro bomb?
Hey,
Who do you think you're talking to? Similar to a grenade, except the detonation lags a bit long after you push the switch. Once it goes to the front of the shutter, it should disable the alarm system.
that's obvious.
This won't fail. The bomb has an effective range for 50 yards and lasts for 2 hours. If the remote control is disabled, we'll stand a chance against the exosol.
Alright.
Let's stop Kokichi before he gets into the exosol. But be ready for the worst. Men have to use the electro hammers. If he gets into the exosol, I'll stop him with this hammer.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
What's the matter?
What's wrong, Maki? We're all ready to start, you know.
That's true.
Yeah, alright. Then, let's go. I actually didn't care that Himiko called you Maki roll. Maki triggered the electro bomb and rolled to the front of the shutter. And then...
100%.
Launch is disabled. Now we're gonna approach the control panel.
Shuichi!
Shuichi, will you do the honors?
Leave it to me.
Alright, leave it to me. What are you waiting for? Hurry up and hit the panel with the electro hammer. Don't be slow, you're getting to him quickly.
Hurry!
Hurry, Shuichi. I mean, the keys are right behind you two. Why can't you guys hit it?
Wait,
Shuichi, hurry, disable the baby before we can go inside. Like, why can't you guys hit it? You're like right there.
Alright.
Right, if I hit the control panel with this. I swung up the electro hammer, I suddenly noticed. Huh? Control panel was covered in marks as if damaged by something sharp. Shuichi, what are you doing? Hurry up.
Okay.
Sorry, I got it. No time to think. In my control panel and brought down as hard as I could.
alright.
The barrier turned off.
Everyone!
Let's go. I ran to shut her at once. Won't let Kokichi would do whatever he wants anymore. Better be ready, that's it. Them to the spare and here and now. So shall we burst into the hangar, electro hammers in hand? To end this killing game, to end this despair. Of course. Mysteries linger. Kaito. Or is it?
What?
A body has been discovered.
Now he has energy.
Everyone, please gather at the Exosol hangar. The killing game just keeps going and going. The despair's not over yet.
And now we are on to deadly life. The victim, Kaito, question mark.
What is this? What's going on?
Chaos and madness, confusion and turmoil. Couldn't stay calm, I couldn't keep it in. There's too much to spare. What? What? Is that blood?
It can't be.
By the Discovery announcement, does that mean someone's in that press?
What?
Who? Only ones that hang with Kokichi and Kaito. Must be one of them.
Huh?
What? The Kokichi or Kaito is dead? Oh, look!
Huh?
Those clothes! They're Kaito's.
What did you
Man, no wonder the hydraulic presses! No, it's not possible! Looks like you have a lot of twists and turns to sort out during the class trial. That's what the killing game's all about, after all! And so, I will now pass out the Monokuma files. Don't say you're getting bored of this, because things are about to get interesting.
Now then,
Hope you pour your high and sons into investigation, too. Ta-ta. Hold on, we need to... the Mythicals and Killing Game is going to continue? Killing Game will continue? Killing game's continuing and Kanekuma is still moving, then
That's right.
it means the mastermind Kokichi is still alive. Ugh!
What was that?
Kokichi's still alive. That means the one dead over there is... Kaito?
That's wrong.
No, it's not possible. There has to be some mistake. No way Kaito could die. It has to be a lie. Made a run for the body when... Calm down. Maki's hand stopped me.
Huh?
Calm down? How can you say that, Maki? Kaito is... I've seen so much death already. Death of both good and bad people. It doesn't bother me anymore.
Wait!
Doesn't bother you? What are you talking about?
Shut up.
More importantly, where's Kokichi?
Why?
I don't see him anyway. He should be somewhere in this hangar. Ran away. We need to catch him immediately. He's obviously the culprit. Split up and look for him. Leave no stone unturned.
Why you?
No matter how good a hide and seek he is, we can't let him get away with this.
No.
Wait. Can't leave yet. We don't know for certain if the dead body is Kaito. We haven't explored other possibilities yet. If it's not Kaito, then who's dead in there? Saying it's Kokichi, then why is the killing game still continuing? Kaito's alive. Why hasn't he shown himself yet? You saying he's hiding because he's the culprit?
Stop it.
Don't say such a stupid thing. Kaito being the culprit is even more impossible than him being dead.
That's impossible.
Well, then Kaito could have killed Kokichi in the first place. He was wounded, remember?
Actually,
And his opponent, the mastermind of the killing game, could control the Exos at will. How could Kaito have killed someone like this when he was sick and wounded?
No.
I don't know. I'm just saying it's possible. And even if it is Kokichi that was killed, and that doesn't mean that Kaito is the culprit.
How?
Does that mean the culprit is one of us?
stop it.
Wait, that's impossible. No matter how shocking Kaito's death is, saying we're suspects is going too far. I understand what they mean. The initial evidence suggests Kaito is dead. I just can't believe that. Or perhaps I don't want to believe it. Can't believe Kaito is dead. Let's investigate. We need to find the truth here with our own hands and reveal the truth at the trial.
Don't tell
So
me.
you want to continue the killing game?
Because...
Class trial will be held either way. We should investigate. I don't know if we'll find hope or despair, but we have to find the truth. It all starts here. You're an impressive detective through and through. You might not reach the truth, but even something beyond that. That's right, I have to do this. Keep my promise to Kaito.
I understand.
You're right, if the class trial is going to happen anyway, then we should investigate. Yeah, but we already know the answer! But we can't die here, we decide to live for hope.
But...
My main concern is how Kokichi will react if we accuse him of being the culprit. If he just plays dumb and runs away, there'll be nothing that we can do. No, I don't think so. Juko and Ashima cherish the killing game rules. So if them to spare worship her, I don't think they ignore those. That'd be easy to deal with him. We need to vote for him in the class trial. Yeah, that's true! I'm saying the others, but why Maki? Why is she accepting Kaito's death so easily?
Well then...
Well, let's review the Monokuma file. Is that okay with you, Shuichi?
Okay.
Yeah. The body was discovered in the Exile hangar. The victim was crushed by the hydraulic press and unidentifiable. The body was discovered in the hangar where the Exile is stored. The victim was crushed by a hydraulic press, which means the remains cannot be identified. Yeah, that's it. That doesn't tell us anything. The name of the victim is unknown. Doesn't even tell us that much.
I don't care.
Doesn't matter. We already know who the victim and the culprit are.
It's decided.
Culprit who killed Kaito, definitely Kokichi.
No.
Wait, Maki, it's still too early to decide that. Sure, the evidence points to Kokichi being alive, but Kaito told me. Wait, I'll do something about all this. That's a promise. Because working so hard, you sit back and relax.
I'm...
Come on, believe in the promise, Kaito. Man, I want you to believe in that with me.
Stop it.
I refuse to investigate with you.
Huh?
Why?
No.
You're not calm at the moment. Right now, you're acting like Kaito back in Gonto's class trial. It was like this at that time too, wasn't it? You can't fight despair with just belief. It's not that simple. Maki turned it back to me and left. Maki. Something about the air in here that's making me feel off. I don't know if the electro bomb is to blame or I'm malfunctioning somehow. But I'm starting to feel somewhat sick. I don't feel weird at all. It's gotta be because the electric bomb. He was an electric appliance after all. Don't call me an appliance.
Okay.
I'm telling you, appliances should go rest outside. Really, I'm fine, but I suppose I'll go investigate outside for now. So, yep, Mew still saw you as a tool. Keep it off the hanger, swaying side to side a bit. Then I think I'll start investigating too. Oh, will you be okay by yourself? I could go with you if you want. No, you don't have to worry. I'll be fine by myself. If the body's like that, then we don't have to worry about anyone messing with it. It should be fine for us all to investigate by ourselves. Let me go left in a hurry. She's right there. Wonder if Himiko suspects... Suspects who? Everyone. Because there's fewer of us, there's fewer people who could be the culprit, right? Of course, obviously Kokichi, but like you said, there could be another possibility. Maybe that's what she's thinking. I did suggest that possibility. The culprit might not be Kokichi or Kaito, but a third party. Anyone could be the culprit. We were united towards hope before all this, but now we're split up. Could be that's why Kokichi killed Kaito? To disrupt our harmony. If not, then the reason then what reason would he have to kill Kaito? If that's what this class trial is going to be for too. But if Kokichi's going to hold this class trial might be to separate us. Separate us. Yeah, and we're all gathered around Kaito. He's the one keeping us together. That's why he killed Kaito. That we're completely caught in his trap. It's all about Kokichi's plan to separate us. Exactly what he wanted. We're split up. I can't get anyone to cooperate with the investigation. We don't have much information to go on. Monoko has some help, but it's not enough this time. No point saying I'm playing. I just have to do it. Time to start. The mystery and find the truth behind it. I'm going to begin the investigation. I'll start here. Alright, I'm going to inspect every single piece of evidence here. Alright, well, first thing I'm going to do is save. I don't want the game to crash on me like it did last episode. Well, last investigation. I don't want the game to just up and crash on me. I lose so much progress. There's two exosols here. The exo right in the middle of the hangar. The hatch is open as well. The cockpit is exposed. So this is how it looks on the inside, huh? Small, but big enough for one person. Monokuma! Huh? The hatch is open? Actually, none of the Monokums can turn off the electronic lock and open the hatch. Only the Monokums can open the hatch? Normally the Monokums are the only ones who can buy the exosols. Normally being the keyword. But because the electric hammer thingy, the electronic lock is all screwed up. Can you mention this to anyone else? No one's asked me about it either. Even if I had been asked, it would have been irrelevant information to you anyway. Bye. Going along the acid, only Monokums can disable. Which must be why only the Monokums can control the exosols. But if you can disable the lock, you can control the exosol. Rexal's completely still. Which is dangerous there. If you go near that thing, you might get torn apart.
No,
it shouldn't move anymore. Not without the Monokums or Kokichi. Yeah, so it's just a pile of scrap then. Please don't scare me like that! Maybe I should just tear that hunk of junk apart by magic. I suppose that if Kokichi was alive, he could move it at any time by remote. What? Why did you say so sooner? That is if Kokichi is alive. But the remote control Kokichi has for the exosols. What is it exactly? Does he have it because he's the mastermind? Oh, the blood trail. What's this? A blood stain? The faint trail of blood leads to the press. A swipe pattern that's dragged. It looks as if it's coming from the bathroom. Must seem to suggest something was dragged from the bottom to the press. Or from the bathroom to the press. Swipe pattern blood stain. Not the actual press. The dark press down and there's blood in the area. And dark press is controlled by those buttons. If you use it to lift the dark press, you'll be able to check the body. Don't really want to do that though. Don't move the dark press. It can go up. down, and stop. Should be able to press the up button to raise the body and check the body. Raise the press to check the body. I don't want to see a crushed body no matter who it is, but I have to do it. I have to know. Mine took a breath and pressed the button. Huh? It's not moving. Press the button a few more times, but press still didn't move. It moved when I pressed it last time. Look at the amount of press I found. The power cord is cut. There's no power, so the dog press won't move. It makes coincidence. The power cord's cut on purpose. It must be the work of the culprit. In that case, we won't be able to check the body. Honestly, a little relief, but I shouldn't say that out loud. Just take another look at the controls. There must be some clue here. This isn't the control button, it's an emergency stop button. The press will have stopped instantly if you use this. Well, if the culprit was planning the murder, they have no use for this. It turns me more into safety function. The joint press should have had the safety function. If I sent to detect the limit thing, the press stopped automatically. Well, it didn't stop before when Kibo tried before. Okay, he doesn't need, I know he's not here, but he still doesn't need reminders that he's still seen as electronic, as a robot. To detect the person, safety should have stopped and pressed automatically. Pop automatically, huh? I have a feeling that's gonna be super important. Check the toilet now that we know this blood trail. This is the bathroom. Now that I think about it. Now I'm locked up in this bathroom. Kokichi's just outside the door. It's the place where Kaito was in prison. Kaito might have left some kind of clue here. No, he didn't leave anything. He might not. He didn't leave anything. He might not be dead. I should investigate inside. Quite a few things here. More of the blood. Blood stain. Puddle of blood in the center of the room, and a swipe pattern from there to the door. What could this mean? A small bottle in the corner of the bathroom. It's empty.
If I remember correctly,
Like I've seen this before. There was blood all over it. I can't read it completely. But I can see the word poison.
could it be?
If it's poison, the bottle must be taken from my lab. I don't know who bought this here. It definitely has something to do with this case. The small empty bottle. The little engine that could. Crossbow. This is one of the crossbows from Maki's lab. Why is it here? Why is this here? There are arrows on the floor of the bathroom. 3 in total, and blood on all of them. What is this? What happened here? Ah, this case. That case. This is the case from before, right? What else? My window ventilation. This is same window from before. My window, and it doesn't open all the way. No one would be able to fit through here. I suppose if someone could fit through, Kaito would have escaped by now. Perhaps it's too small for a person, but an object could fit through. Alright, finish investigating the bathroom. More clues than I thought there'd be, and one is particularly concerning. Why is the crossbow from Maki's lab in here? 3 bloody arrows. Those arrows are definitely for the crossbow, but why are all 3 bloodied? Bottle of poison, what could that have been used for? Not so much I don't know. It looks like it's gonna be tricky. Why is it out all of a sudden? Looks like a car wash. It's meant for cleaning the exosol. It doesn't look like it's been used in a while. I don't see any clues.
What?
What?
I don't want to talk to you right now, okay? Where you are now, you might start accusing me because you can't believe Kaito's death. Voice keeps cracking. No, that's not it. That's not. I don't want to hear your excuses or anything else. Just don't talk to me. You keep bugging me. I'll give you afro hair with my magic. Probably stubborn. Is she suspicious of everything now? Or is there a reason she doesn't want to talk to anyone? Keep defying me and you're gonna get an afro. The Monaco father sign barely has any information in it at all. Yeah, it won't be of much use to us.
Jeez.
So useless, he probably shouldn't have even gone out of his way to give it to us. It's fine, it's fine. That's going to appear that a murder scene brings a sense of relief and peace of mind. What? He popped up! He popped out! What attention hog. Of course I want attention. I'm the mascot for crying out loud. And yeah, I've appeared fewer times than that plain Jane Samugi over there. To force advertising, but I appear as awkward as I can, you know. Bye. Advertising? What advertising?
No.
No, let's just focus on the investigation. Yeah. So I'm right in the middle of the hangar. That's open as well as a cock. Oh, what is it?
But
wait, was the exile actually here the whole time? I thought it was on one of the pedestals. The handler controls the alarm system and electrical barrier. I don't see any reason to turn them back on, though. So what am I missing? She used main so it smells kind of like pizza, same as before. Probably not. Oh yeah, the clothing. Well, I didn't find anyone. Sleep's taken out of the press. Definitely Kaito's coat slave. In that case, the victim must be. No, that hasn't been determined yet. I need to investigate further. The left sleeve's taken out of the hydraulic press. The sleeve is taken out. No part of the victim's body is visible. Pressed completely, so only only the sleeve remains. What's this? Sleeve has a single small hole in it. Hole in the sleeve. What could this be? Goes coat. That's all about the information I can deduce from the hydraulic press. I can't take the body, so I don't have many clues to work with. To find more clues elsewhere. About I can investigate here in the hangar. Still question, the truth is still far out of reach. Still can't deduce who the victim is. Need more clues. I should investigate other areas. Start with the areas around the hangar. Right, let's go. Alarm system is off. It must still be affected by the electro bomb.
alright.
To investigate this place thoroughly, there must be some clues around here. Like the currently smashed. Dude, I think I'm starting to feel a little better now. Sorry to worry you, Shuichi. I was a bit worried. I'm glad you're feeling better. There's something I need to ask Kibo. Hey, you, before you went to the hangar this morning, you said... So I went to the hangar last night and tried to talk to him. Talk to him on your own? Sorry, I thought it would be preferable for him to release Kaito peacefully. How'd it go? I went about as well as I expected. There's no response at all. But I did witness a few things. Since you witnessed a few things, what exactly did you see? Yes, since we were in the area, I only told you about the exile returning to the hangar.
Okay.
Yes, you said the exiles could pass the alarm system and bear it to the hangar.
Yes.
I couldn't imagine something like that would happen, so I didn't mention it before. Before I saw the exile, I saw someone heading toward the hangar. I saw someone? I saw a Himiko.
I was in my lab, trying to think of what I should write to convince Kokichi. That's when I saw her walking toward the hangar, clutching something in her hands. I think it was a black bag.
The crossbow bag.
A black bag?
At the time, I assumed she was going there to examine things or plead with Kokichi. Then she came back later. I didn't think much of it.
But
But after seeing her reaction this morning, I started to get a little suspicious. What did you see? She was acting like she had something to hide. It's not that I meant to suspect. I want to suspect her. True, it is suspicious.
Hey.
You said you saw her come back as well. Was she holding the bag at the time?
Well,
I'm not thinking about it. She didn't. So she had it coming in, but not leaving. To be black bag Himiko was carrying was. Wait, this is off topic, Chuchi, but what is it? The reason I wasn't feeling well may have been done to the electro bomb. But was because the electromagnetic particles, not because I'm a robot. My experience was akin to an allergic reaction such as hay fever. So it could have affected a human the same way. Being a robot had nothing to do with it. Alright, that must be it. That thing Himiko said was bothering him. He really is a bit too sensitive. The control panel controls the electric barrier protecting the hangar. The electric hammer, so it isn't operational now.
that's true.
That's right, what are these marks? Looks as if it's been struck by something sharp. What could these be? Oh wait, how were they even able to damage this in the first place? The control panel should cause the alarm to go off. Put off the alarm before you even get close. Have the person who did this get near the control panel. And there's front shutter. Bathroom window. Hangar's only window is not possible to fit through. The only way to get this hanger to the shutter. Let me make sure there's nothing else to examine. Alright, let's go. Only showing any signs of movement. Each alive, he can use the remote to control them as he pleases. More control Kokichi has for the exosouls. Exactly. Does he have that because he's mastermind? I'm just being more cautious now. So I don't want just a random crash to happen again. Okay, thoroughly inside. Should check around the hangar now. Oh. Haven't? I guess I haven't finished the hangars. Of course I haven't. Always happens too. What else is it? Here's shutter. Security alarm here. Alarm remote disabled to get near the shutter. Come near the shutter without the remote. The alarm will go off around the entire academy. Use the electro bomb disabled to center in the alarm. So we got to the hangar. Electro bomb. Kokichi had an electro bomb. Now that I think about it, there were 3 electro bombs total. Almost all by Maki, but what about the other 2? I was concerned with in the hangar. I don't have enough clues. There has to be more. Some of the places that might yield some clues are Maki's in my lab. I found the bathroom, the bottle of poison. Let's get those leads. With respect to 3 exos that were protecting Monokuma, why would they protect them in the first place? Relates to the case as well. Signs of movement. Slide. Whatever. I'm gonna look at it. I'm really pressing them. I'm not getting anything. What did I actually use to investigate? There's an electric hammer here, but why? Out of power, it must have been used. Used for what? Clearly, whoever used an X-Star never came back. If the hammer's power is expanded, it requires 24 hours to recharge. Know that for certain. Remember the site I saw yesterday? So I was protecting Monokuma for some reason. He said he wanted the Mastermind, the Exosoul. The Mastermind, the Exosoul should have been around him. So why were they still protecting Monokuma? And for them, too. Well, I was caught up thinking about Kokichi. I ignored Monokuma. Oh. Pay attention! Listen up! Take heed, I say! Monokuma? I noticed that you came this way last night, Shuichi. Huh? You're acting all sneaky, weren't you? Like a teenage boy trying to keep it to the adult movie section of the video store. We didn't sneak around because X-Stars wouldn't have attacked you. You're saying we didn't have to sneak? But they was coming to rent adult movies, so in a way, everyone going there is to see.
Wait!
Not that. I mean, the X-Stars not attacking us. Well, at the time, the X-Stars were in autopilot and Direct to only observe me. Moves are more limited now that the Monocos aren't around to pilot them.
Huh?
Pilot, you mean the remote control that Kokichi has? Yeah, that's pretty much it. The X-Stars are being controlled by Kokichi's remote control. But they were focused on Monokuma.
Hey!
Why are you telling me all this? What's a person controlling you at disadvantage? We're not talking about that, we're talking about this! Never put somebody at a disadvantage. The class trial must always be fair. Once you shared the info with me, didn't seem interested in sharing it with you guys. So you share it instead. That way it'll be fair for all the participants. Someone else besides me knows this. I want they share this information. Okay, that's all I can tell you. By the way, renting movies in old school is more thrilling than illegally download them. Oh, so old school is more thrilling to illegally download them. Like trying not to get caught in a big game hunter while holding your breath during sex. I can't escape it right now. I said the X-Stars could be a clue to solve this case. I should remember this. I witness here. No percent of the X-Stars are being controlled by Kokichi remote control. Why don't they focus on Monokuma? Done here? Okay, good. We leave. Alright, now I gotta go to the 2 labs and probably find... I would say find Himiko, I forgot she's still in the hangar. Kibo. Let's something real quick. Yep, question marks right there. Look like I completed them already. Yep, that's about it. Oh yeah, Maki went off on her own. I was trying to figure out who was missing. Maki went off on her own. Time to go to the labs. Here's one of them. It's an assassin lab. Feels as though there are less weapons here than I remember. Alright, everyone's here. Oh, we're all ready. Kaito grabbed all the weapons. Because Kaito had them. Look at all these guns. Even if they're all airsoft guns, it's a remarkable sight. Not related to the case. These black cases. Basically, there are 2 black bags here. Then goes to the one in the hangar. They're cases for the crossbows. The crossbows are inside, but disassembled.
No.
Looks as if they don't even fit in the case unless they're disassembled. But there are 2. When I was here with Kaito before, there were 3. I'm sure that Kaito didn't have a crossbow with him.
That's true.
Okay, so the crossbow in the hangar must have come from here. Which means someone must have brought it to the hangar from here. It's very difficult to put together the crossbow. I don't believe you'll be able to do it unless Maki taught you.
No.
Think more about it later. For now, I need to investigate. Crossbow's been updated. Well, as though there are less weapons here than I remember. It's Kaito out of them. Ah. Here? Anything else here? On for committing with us. Bai's going announcement means the mastermind is still alive. I still don't believe that Kaito is dead. Not actually yet. Okay, yeah. Well, now time to go to my lab. Bottle poison in the hangar. I need to confirm that came from here. Bunch of bottles on top of the desk. Did someone take them? boss say antidote, Nitrate antidote, Harmlock antidote, or Sneak antidote. Sometimes I don't know. I didn't know these are here. The labels. Each bottle is only one dose. Each only works on a specific poison.
Well,
I suppose that makes sense. Many different kinds of poisons. That must be true for antidotes. Now, several bottles of poison lined up here. I don't see any poison outside this lab, so small bottle of poison I found must have come from here. Huh. There's a little less liquid inside the bottle than the others. The Strike 9 poison. Label says Strike 9 poison. Poison takes some time to spread, but even a small amount of it, though it requires time to circulate, even a small amount in the body will result in certain death. It can be lethal. I can't imagine there's a smaller amount in this bottle for no reason. Must be a clue. 9 poison antidotes. This is disconcerting. None of these antidotes are for the Strike 9 poison. They're all for different poisons. What could that mean?
Alright.
I investigate this room thoroughly. Finding evidence to suggest Kaito isn't dead. On the contrary, plenty of evidence to suggest Kokichi isn't dead. I'm still moving around and the killing game hasn't ended. And Kaito's clothes were in the hydraulic press. Means the victim must be... No, she's going to be thinking like that. If I investigate a little more, I'll find something. So time, I should head back to the hangar. Since I missed something, I should check again. In we go.
Shuichi!
Shuichi, can you come with me?
What happened?
Something wrong? Found somebody strange in the bathroom. Please hurry. Shout quickly, and he ran to the bathroom. What are you talking about, Kibo? Maki, why is it so easy for you to believe Kaito is dead?
Hey,
Kibo is looking for you, you know. Hurry and get to the bathroom. I'm not gonna ask what you're gonna do with a robot in the bathroom. What's on here goes mine? Magic.
Hey,
It's almost time for the class trial to start, right? Was no one able to find Kokichi? I wonder, I haven't heard from anyone.
I see.
Wonder where he went off to. He's pretty sick, he can't still be in the hangar. Or under there.
Could it be?
Do you think the one who died was Kokichi? Huh?
Seems
I
like
mean, your face says you want to think that.
it's plain to
But I think that's
see.
just impossible. She's been manipulating on us from the start. I believe someone like that could be killed by Kaito. Of course, I don't mean to compliment Kokichi or make fun of Kaito or anything.
Okay.
I know, you're probably right. I guess a good point. I don't have enough clues to conclude that Kokichi died. I'm certain that one of them must have. I'm gonna fuck the robot in the bathroom.
Hey,
Kiba, what are you looking at?
Yes.
Look at this. Kokichi's clothes. Soaked and wrinkled, but there's no doubt they are Kokichi's.
But,
Where'd you find this? I didn't see you while I was physically in the bathroom. Why are they soaked? Well, the toilet seemed clogged, so I reached my hand down the drain. Pulled out the clothes. It looks like they couldn't be flushed all the way. Couldn't be flushed all the way? Why were these clothes in the toilet in the first place?
yeah.
It's very brave of me, and thanks to that, I managed to find an important clue. Now, should you please investigate as much as you want?
Okay.
Yeah. I'm on the toilet, huh? But it isn't time to hesitate. These clothes found in the bathroom. They were found in the toilet. Someone must have tried to flush them. But who would do that?
What's the matter?
In the matter, please investigate. Okay. Detective, can't stop here. This has to be an important clue.
alright.
Alright. And in my mind, grab Kokichi's soaked clothes, spread them open. Huh? Small hole in the back. Another small hole in the sleeve. Not same size as the one on Kaito's sleeve. There's the blood around the holes too. What does this mean? Meaning that he was attacked. In that case.
No.
The chance. Kokichi was the one pressing the hydraulic press.
Thank you.
Akiba, thank you. This is a very important clue.
Well,
I'm happy I was able to help, but I must decide shaking that hand of yours. Mr. Klein.
no.
Ah, your hands aren't clean either, though. Her hands are both on the toilet. Kokichi was the one pressing the hydraulic press. Where did Kaito go? Why not show himself? Why is the game still going even though the mastermind is dead? This is awkward, Shuichi. I could leave and give you some privacy. You're concerned about that? Kiba and I washed our hands in the sink. And left the bathroom. Yep, it is time. Chapter 5, Class Trial.
It's about that time.
About that time again.
It's time for the class trial, where hope and despair meet head-on. Please proceed to the Shrine of Judgment in the courtyard and head to the trial grounds. Everyone needs to be there. Got it? Anyone who's absent will be swiftly and permanently punished. I wonder what kind of despair awaits you this time.
Everyone needs to be there. That means Kokichi or Kaito, whoever's alive, will be there.
Then
That's why I won't know who the victim is. It's time. I'll go on ahead then. We're out of time.
if I must.
Let's do Trigons. We need to set our pins for Kokichi. It's already started. All of us. That means Kokichi will come too. The song show's called Real Fiction. Isn't everyone, right? Kaito and Kokichi aren't here.
What's the point?
But Kokichi's already there.
You
As the
bastard.
mastermind of the killing game, he's waiting for us to arrive.
No.
We don't know that yet. There's still a chance Kaito's alive.
You die.
Cut it out. Do you want to die? Maki,
No.
stop between hope and despair. If I show any weakness like you are, then I know I'll lose to despair.
You don't know.
Six of us will participate. One of us will die after the class trial. Then only 5 will be left. Only 5. Right, we're the only ones left.
That's obvious.
We can't lose despair. Even if we have no future, we need to win. That is the whole point of this class trial. I will defeat Kokichi no matter what. I have to sacrifice. No matter what she has to sacrifice. You sure about that, Maki? Is that what you call hope? I know we can't lose to despair. Something is wrong. Something doesn't feel right. I wonder what Kaito would say at a time like this. What would he say to us? If it was Kaito. Let's go. No matter what Kokichi's keeping, there's no way we can lose. So our students supposed to be academy.
You bastard.
Defeat Kokichi no matter what. I have to sacrifice. We can't lose.
It'll be
I'm
okay.
fine. I'll be on my guard this whole time.
Right.
I feel the combined power of hope and magic right now.
Shuichi, I understand you don't want to believe it, but Kaito's not here anymore. Well, let's do this. We didn't say a word to one another. Silence as a tomb, we stepped into the open doors. We lost the will to live, knowing what we know about the outside world. Somehow, despite despair, we find new reason to live. When the battle against hope and despair. But now, what do we do? What do we know? We don't know about what hope means to us anymore. What is hope? A burden you bear? As those thoughts pierced my mind, I suddenly stopped. Can't think things like that anymore. One thing I need to think about is survival. Battling this takes me back after hope and despair and natural enemies. And I'm pretty sure this is the exact same courtroom that was in the first Leon's trial in Trigger Havoc. This is a truly magnificent theme. Well, the esteemed works of fiction have themes as magnificent as these. As this. Wait, where's Kokichi? Why isn't he here? Maki was right. The person who shouldn't be here isn't. Well, I'll tell you once the trial starts. What's going on? What are you scheming now? Doesn't matter what Kokichi is scheming. So find a battle between hope and despair. It all ends here. He can twist and violate the rules all he likes, but will never give up. Hope will never submit to despair. Oh, for the love of... No rules have been violated, not on my watching now.
Shut up.
Yeah, but hurry up and start. I know what the class trial would have beat the remnants of despair no matter what. So get ready. Yeah, I got it. Now let's get started. Mix equal parts of life and death, add a dash of lies and truth, make it a fires of conflict. And when it's going and bright and bubbling, you have yourself a truly decadent class trial. Yes. Danganronpa decadent. Once more, we face a class trial. Was the one who died Kaito or Kokichi? I can't say for certain, but I still believe Kaito wouldn't die so easily. I don't know why I believe that so strongly. Hit purple because they don't know, but I'll fight to prove it. I'll fight with everyone. The grasp of the hope on the other side of this truth. I will fight. I will fight in this trial of truth and lies. Truth and names. Unified against the mastermind, Kokichi, the students must survive a class trial without knowing the murderer or the victim. An unpredictable trial begins. Without passion or purpose. I kept digital love on, damn it. Should I really be dealing with this now, though? I have my own reason for doing stuff. Kadabra. Pull in, gets critical damage. Guess I could use that. Taxi? Yeah, I use that. I don't know, I might use Maki's skill if it's good enough. Whatever.
The victim's body was covered in a hangar. The exile is stored. The victim was questioned for a drug pest. For this reason, the remains cannot be identified. Two exiles at the scene of the crime. One was in storage with the cockpit closed. In the middle of the hangar with its hatch open and its cockpit exposed. No space in the cockpit for one person. There's an electronic lock on the hatch that only monocups can open. Lieutenant has smeared from the hangar's bathroom to the drug press as though something was dragged. The drug press controls are a short distance away from the device itself. There are two buttons labeled up and down. Not to reach the safety function. The body was pressed by the drug press and is unidentifiable. The drug press safety function causes it to stop when infrared sensors detect living things. A living thing. Dog press uses this infrared sensor. The safety device will come to a halt when a sensor detects a living organism. I'll put blood in the middle of the hangar's bathroom. Small blood stains were found leading to the door of the out of the bathroom. On the corner of the bathroom, the label is stained with blood, so the only visible word is poison. The determined to have come from the detective's research lab. Wait, he also said there was currently he couldn't find an antidote for the Strike 9. So since we have a feeling that the Strike 9 poison was used, that's definitely the Strike 9 poison antidote. And it was covered it's covered like that because both their hands were bloody. Simple crossbow from the Ultimate Assassin's research lab. Though in a large black case, it was complicated to assemble. It would be difficult for anyone who wasn't taught how. On the floor of the hangar's bathroom, the tips of all three arrows are wet with blood. The case has disassembled crossbow. The crossbow does not fit in the case unless it's disassembled. And they're roughly 8 inches wide, although it's too small for a person. An object could fit through it. The body discovered on the left sleeve was sticking out from that drug press. A single small hole can be seen where the sleeve is sticking out. The night before the body was covered, Himiko was seen going to the hangar and coming back before the exiles returned. She had a black bag with her on the way there. She didn't have it when she came back. She was by an electric barrier, and if someone approaching an alarm will sound throughout the academy. Not to be disabled with the alarm remote. The control panel for the electronic barrier next to the shutter. It has marks on it as though it was struck by something sharp. When you sky spies would interfere with electromagnetic waves, rendering electronic communication sensors unusable. As for damn it. Damn it, where is it? Oh, almost done. Use scan lasts for about 2 hours and covers an area about 50 yards. Each can only be used once. Of the 3 that were made, Kokichi had 2 and Maki had 1. It's on the 3 exiles in the cyber courtyard. A chamber can disable any electronic device they use on. However, they run out of power very quickly, and a single use on an exile will completely drain an electro hammer. If drained, they require 24 hours of charging to be reusable again. Therefore, the body discovered the exiles surround Monokuma in the courtyard, but given commands to observe his movements by the movement control Kokichi had. Once lined up on the shelf in the Ultimate Detective Research Lab. Out of all of them, only Strike 9 poison bottle had less poison in it. It took some time for Strike 9 to fully take effect, but it's 100% fatal even if a small amount enters the body. Now I see we can during the entire investigation, or up until the start of the class trial. Found stuff in the toilet in the hangar's bathroom. All holes were found in the back and one sleeve. Both holes had traces of blood around them. Alright. Well, let's finish off this episode by taking care of that sweet, hot maki roll. Sweet, buttery, tasty maki roll. This is so dirty. Okay. More chocolate.
Got a minute?
The close friend you mentioned before. I'm sure she's thinking about you. Maki?
No.
She's not here anymore. She died.
Huh?
What died? First training, I went to see her. She died in a car accident saving a child. Oh no. I was shocked. Why'd I endure all the training then? But
That's right.
probably died happy saving someone. And the memories of her I keep inside me have kept me alive till now. Even the whole orphanage. That's why I'll do everything I can to protect this place. I see.
What is it?
You look like you want to say something. Your face is gross, so spit it out already.
Hey,
I was thinking about what I can do, what I can do for you, Maki. For me? Maki, you're a normal girl at heart. I want you to live a normal life. I was thinking that you could leave being an assassin. You can leave being an assassin behind. Perhaps I could use my detective skills to investigate the assassin cult.
This is stupid.
That's impossible. You sound awfully sure. The world isn't as simple as you think. It needs assassins to do the dirty work. Who the hell do you think you are? Don't you think you're being presumptuous?
but
Maybe, but
What is it?
But you think so too, but you're gonna push the responsibility on someone else? This is like Kaito. Is the guy rubbing off on you?
you're right.
Suppose that could be. One Kaito is difficult, but two is too much. Say that, but I can see your smile.
Well,
Chuichi, just do your best as a detective. Why don't you try to find a solution to problems where it won't have to lead to murder? What?
because
People I assassinate aren't killed for simple reasons. And because certain complications occurring can only be settled with murder. You can try to reduce the complications. He pouted stubbornly and turned her head.
and if that happens, I guess I'll have to quit being an assassin. Maybe. No one else can do this. You're the only one who can do it, okay?
With her head turned, I could see a smile on her lips. So this is how Maki shows her thanks. Of course, I realize the situation is that simple. Well, you are Kaito's sidekick, so I shouldn't expect that much from you.
But
That goes for you too, right? Aren't you kind of a sidekick too? Oh, you just had to say that. He faced me with a sly grin. I grinned back. I didn't think it was possible, the two of us smiling together. I know, that's because Maki and I share a special bond. When that bond, we will escape together. Financing. Parted ways, I turned to my room. Maki's unders. Right. That's done. Maki's favorite paintings. They're easy to move in and have a tie on the side. Can I see something? So Rentaro and Kaede are left, but we can't do them until after the trial. Or after the game. Which also makes sense, since now they're dead. Since they are dead. So they can only be done after the game. I was actually about to say something, but I can't remember what I was going to say. Whatever. Maki, 5'4", 97 pounds, 30-inch chest, blood type A. February 2nd, likes morning lake shores, but dislikes winter lake shores, and she's the ultimate child caregiver, question mark. They could really update her profile to say ultimate assassin since we know who she is now. While belongs to a cult-like society of assassins, if anything happens to her, she will never be able to return. It looks like you've been told to kill. It doesn't matter if it's your friend from school or someone completely innocent. She explained it to me, saying that she is a killer, but she could be killed as well. Momentu grew up in was a facility for training future assassins. She was scouted and endured hellish training. Momentu's doing this for someone, but will give no details. Remember that Maki was talking about her best friend from the orphanage. She volunteered to be an assassin to take the place of her friend. Said all this as if it was totally ordinary. Her true best friend died, but she says that she'll can be an assassin to protect the orphanage, the place for the memories. I tried to offer a way to help her, but she refused, but still I feel closer to her. Nice. Amount of monocle and take that cost. You know how much is that gonna be? I want money. I want more money.
Money!
$32? Come on. I guess I'll strip this all down when I go ahead and do up the compilation stuff. Oh. right in my ear. I mean, you guys can't hear it, but I ended up hiding the volume by mistake. Alright, well. You know what's next? The penultimate class trial, because Danganronpa has 6 chapters all the time, so let you know that. There we go, the penultimate class trial. And guys, always remember that
Hope keeps on going!